I mean, don't turn off your mics. Don't do that.
Yeah, please silence your cell phones now. All right, we're going to start off with a little bit of a summary here because it has been 2 weeks since we played. The heroes of Braven hadn't seen Cyprus in a long time. Blight daggers were starting to show up more and more frequently, and the people of the town were starting to get a little worried. The heroes of Braven, minus Alador, who had to go home for the day, with guidance from Dagon Viermeyer, are pointed in the direction of their missing friend, who turns out was stuck in a rock slide that was at a new cave opening on the side of a ridge. Some shenanigans happened inside, many torture tools were examined, maybe a little too long, and a secret vault was discovered. Now, inside the vault there was a orb that seemed to glow and pulse, and it called out to them, and when in turn each of our heroes touched it, it took them to the vision that they had of the end battle, the battle to end all battles. When they finished the vision, they came out and talked among themselves for a little bit, but then they noticed that something was a little off. It turns out they were in this vision for 3 weeks. Many of the parents and guardians of the heroes, they were very worried, and the mayor and Andal and a new person who the crew had not met before, whose name was Leto von Atreyu, happened upon them whenever they woke up. Upon waking, the mayor explained that they had been stuck in this vision for 3 weeks, and that there was one person who wanted to meet them. Upon exiting the chamber, they found a small dwarvish figure who had a long white beard, curly white hair, posh round cheeks, and in all estimates, he was the dwarf version of Santa Claus. He met with them and through a few shenanigans kind of let them know, hey, I know what you saw, and if you want some answers, then have a look at this. He produced another one of these orbs. So, where are we at with my recap here? Ultimately, through a few conversations, the crew did find themselves touching this new orb. However, this one was a little different. This showed them the what-if realities. And it kept pretty much the same until Kiki asked the question, how do we change it? And upon hearing this, it seemed that the mysterious dwarven figure known as Aven de Sora was satisfied. And he left after kind of explaining, you must do what you have to do to prevent this. I will work on my end, you work on your end. And the troop exited the cave, went back home, families were relieved. Everybody was stuck in this routine of, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to improve myself to get better? We fast forward the clock now. 1 year, 2 years go by. The times haven't changed too much. A few blight daggers are sighted. Cyprus quickly makes works of them. But we are going to open now with something that you guys will get a kick out of. It is breakfast time in a little cabin, and Cypress Ironwood walks down the stairs. Bumps his head, of course, because the house that he is living in is way too small for him.
Always forget about that.
At your feet, Cypress comes prancing along little Nixie, the gnome druid, who is always happy to see you.
Mm-hmm. I'll bend my nearly 7 foot tall frame down and give a little pat. Good morning, Nixie.
Cypress!
I'm so happy to see you. Guess what I dreamed about?
What did you dream?
I was a dragonfly, and I flew all over. And she's like running around the kitchen now, like zzz, making little buzzing sounds. Her dad steps in and says, like, "Oh, you were probably the most beautiful dragonfly ever. Like this?" And he shapes himself using wild magic to kind of turn himself into a dragonfly, and then he kind of like flies around, lands on her head, and she says, Daddy, I don't want to squish you. Be careful. And he says, he kind of pops back out of the druid form. This family of gnomes has taken in Cypress, and for the last little while has been kind of looking after him, making sure that if he happens to fall in another rock slide, it's not months at a time that he is missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to think that I did get stuck again, but they use their magic, like message or other spells, to find me pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Cypress does tend to get stuck sometimes.
I would say out of everyone here, Nixie was probably the one who found you whenever you did get stuck, and she went back home. Daddy, I found a thing, and she sticks to you like she's like you are the big brother that she never had.
Yep.
So, tell me a little bit about your morning routine here at with the family.
Yeah, so the Ironwood compound, there's it's a smaller circle of druids, mostly gnomes, and since I don't need to sleep in the same way that others do, and I can go long times, I kind of take it upon myself to do a lot of kind of the maintaining, cleaning, keeping things in shape. There, I've been learning some magic from Yoshik, and Nixie's been trying to teach me magic, but she doesn't quite know it yet. So, but she's teaching Cypress all sorts of other things about life and kids and dreams and all those sorts of things.
Yeah, I would imagine that upon kind of getting, while he's getting his breakfast bowl of, like mushrooms and maybe some dried fruit and stuff kind of put together, Yoshik is kind of talking with you. Is kind of like, oh, so Cypress, today we're going to be learning a new cantrip for you. What do you think you want to be studying today?
Well, we've been working on that guidance. I can be a bit more help.
Oh yeah,
people as
that'll be
they're
good.
trying to accomplish their goals. So I think I've almost got the hang of it, and I'll try to cast it.
Okay.
Do you feel any guided, Yoshik?
He puts his bowl of breakfast down, and he kind of like limbers up a little bit, and he says, "Okay, here we go." Oh, plus guidance. Let me see here. All right, so he pulls off for an older gnome. This is like old dad gnome. He pulls off a perfect cartwheel. Just, I think it worked.
Well, I mean, you do that all the time. Did you feel extra guided there?
I could feel it.
Oh, that's nice.
So Lymphy kind of comes downstairs and, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone enjoys the breakfast. Nixie, honey, we're going to need to work on your mushroom gathering skills, honey. These ones here are a little old. So you guys are just having your typical morning. Yoshik and Lymphy are kind of just talking about what's going on in the woods. The conversation turns to the Blight Daggers, and you guys are just talking.
I like to think, though, that I had to build my own chair, like bench, here, because they're little gnome chairs. I might have broken a couple trying to sit in them, and I don't know mending. So I just brought in like a log and I sit on that.
Well, and Yashik helps. He kind of used druidcraft to like just shape the log into like a big sturdy chair.
Oh, that's nice. I'll
Yeah.
learn that one day.
Oh, don't worry. Everything comes in time. Everything comes in time, just like nature. There's a knock on the door. Yashik gets up and kind of says, I wonder who that could be at this time in the morning. He gets up and goes to the door, and there you see a older gnome woman who, Cypress, you have met before. You see your little gnome friend from town.
Oh, Miriam.
Miriam Greenfinger. She's at the door. And she kind of
Hello,
has this...
Miriam.
She kind of looks past Yashik and... good to see you there, big fella. Yashik says, Miriam, how can we help you? You guys aren't here, obviously, but Cypress, you can tell right away, like, Yashik is always kind of friendly and bubbly, and he's full of just, like, the vigor of life. But here in front of Miriam, he's kind of got this, like, stone face on a little bit. You can kind of tell that they don't always get along.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, Miriam looks at Yashik and says, it is my duty to inform you that things are getting worse. It's not safe for you to be out here any longer. You should move to town. Yashik kind of puts this whole, like, look, we've been all right on our own. We're druids, Miriam. You don't need to worry about us anymore. Miriam kind of says, like, listen, it's my duty as the head druid of this region to tell you it's getting worse out here. For some reason, the magic circle that protects this whole area seems to be fading. We don't know why, but if you stay out here, you might not be safe. And Yashik kind of puts his arms together and kind of says, I don't think I would like it very much in town, but I appreciate the warning. We'll be fine on our own. If worse comes to it, we'll turn into animals or something and run away. Miriam says, well, it's your own fool pride that'll lead to your downfall, but my hands are clean of it. Cypress, if you ever want to learn some real druid craft, you come see me now, dear, all right?
Oh, watch this. And guidance. Have a blessed day.
I will now. Thank you very much. Good day.
Cypress is very pleased with himself.
So she kind of leaves, and Yashik, like, closes the door and kind of, like, kicks the dust on the floor towards the dirt on the floor towards the door. That's a mouthful. And he's like, good riddance, city folk. Now, what were we talking about? Cantrips, yes. Learning new spells. And Salimfi kind of says, Yashik, do you think there's any merit to what she was saying? Yashik says, we'll be fine, dear. We've never had any problems out here. After all, nature always guides us and takes care of us. We'll just have to be doubly careful from now on.
Oh, quite right. Can't be too careful. And everything will be fine.
Okay. We will zoom out of this cozy little woods cottage and kind of pan across the Braven Valley as we see on the road coming into town, first thing in the morning, is Kiki. And Kiki is just getting back from a little overnight stay where she had. So Kiki comes back home, and, she's knocking on the door first thing, and her mom opens the door. Oh, my Kiki! I am so excited to see you. I'm so glad you're back. You must tell me. Come. Tell me. All right. So come into the kitchen, and we will have... All right. Honey, she's home. Honey, she's home. Come down here quickly. You kind of hear this like thumping and bumping coming from downstairs as your father, who was currently upstairs, is quickly trying to tumble downstairs, and he comes down and he's got this awkward kind of like he's holding something rather large behind him, and he's kind of like holding it from you like, oh, don't look over here. Don't look over here.
Kiki is
so
not
your mother
heeding that, and she's trying to like look around.
Okay, so your mother, Baracus, and so your father Baracus and then your mother Callista are kind of standing there in the kitchen, and your mother kind of turns around and she has this like actual real cake. Like it's not one that she tried to make. Like she went to a bakery and got it, and she says, "Now tell us, Kiki, how was your coming of age trip?" She has this expectant look in her eyes.
Kiki has learned a lot about herself on her coming of age trip. And so she sits down. She sits down. She does not shit down. There we go. Can you hear me better?
Well, you've been in the woods, so it's understandable if you need to take care of business.
So she informs her parents and she says, well, I went and I did actually get in touch with some of the spirits that you had recommended, that you had told me about.
Oh, my Kiki. This is so exciting. She's holding this cake like, tell us about it. All right, but first, before you tell us that, tell us the big news. Did you become a warlock or an alchemist? Which did you choose? And they're both just kind of standing there like, what's it going to be?
Well, the deity I talked to...
Come on, just tell us. Let's go. I want to eat this cake so bad. I've been looking at it for like a day. Oh, Kiki, just tell us.
Is more so about getting in touch with the circle of life and kind of making sure that the dead stay dead. And I had talked to this deity, and she was guiding me through everything and showing me kind of the order itself, and I just felt so in tune with her and the spirits, and it was just like you said, it was like an instant connection, and it was so like wonderful to get to talk about everything, and she looks at her parents after this whole kind of rambling mess.
So, you chose warlock, right? Just like your mama? Say the words.
I don't think it was a warlock deity or an entity.
So, and Baracus kind of says, "Darling, what are you trying to tell us? Did you choose a profession or not?"
So, I think, and Kiki is usually a very confident person, but now she's just kind of looking to the side. I don't really think that she can meet her parents' eyes, as she says, well, I think I'm going to be a grave cleric.
And the cake drops. Splatters all over the floor. Your mom is just stunned. Your dad just kind of is like, did not see that coming.
And I mean, like, it's just what feels right. The deity was talking to me, and she just goes off on like a kind of a ramble, as she is saying, like, well, and I mean, it showed me everything, and it just felt right, and it clicked, and I knew that this is what I needed to do, and it just, everything just made sense, and all the stories that you've told me, it felt exactly like that, and she just kind of keeps going.
Yeah. No, your mom, she'll just kind of... Well, I'm glad that you have found your own path. Finding your own path is part of becoming an adult. And your dad says, that's right. And besides, there's only room in this house for one alchemist. She'd be trying to hog all my beakers. Come, Kiki, come. So they gather you up in a group hug, and they say, well, are you ready for your family tattoo?
I am, and if it makes you feel any better, Dad, I would really like to still study alchemy with you.
Cool. Yeah. Your dad says, well, I mean, if you have time, I'm obviously more than happy to share my hobby with you, but we'll see. There's a knock on the door, which strangely, like, you left open whenever you came in, so, like, it's just like a polite knock. You turn, and instead of seeing anybody at eye level, you have to look down, and there is a giant black bird wearing clothes, holding a staff, knocking on the door. Kind of looks up at you like...
Kiki says, why hello there, and who might you be?
Hello there? Hello there?
Kiki just looks at her mom.
Your mom says, I'm sorry. We're having a little bit of family bonding time right now. Could you come back? The fortune telling, we open after breakfast. It's on the sign outside. The bird who just stands there in the doorway, kind of has this, like, looks over. No. Grave. Cleric?
Kiki kind of perks up. She says, yes?
Deity. Guide. Grave cleric.
You're the deity?
BB. No. Beep. The bird. BB. They call us BB.
You're BB.
BB. Oh, and your mom has this look of recognition like, oh, you are the one that is in charge of the grave, and if you are here... Oh, a grave cleric. No, that's unusual. Well, the BB kind of says, like, guidance must be given. If the hero save lives. It's like this cacophony of voices that this person BB is using to kind of convey, like, this message of, hello, I am here. My deity sent me because you have also contacted the same deity, and I'm here to guide you.
Kiki kind of looks at her parents and says, I think that's for me. Should I... Is this an offer? Do you want to train me?
Train you? BB does.
Yes, okay. She kind of turns to her parents and says, like, is this bird legit?
Your mom says, well, legit is... I don't know. I've never had the conversation. But I have seen BB working down in the graveyard, so... perhaps... I don't know. I am not a cleric. Does your deity tell you anything about this?
They weren't really very, exact. They weren't really very clear about a lot of stuff.
Clear? Exact? Training?
you want to train me so then I can learn the exacts of it.
Train you? Learn exacts of it.
And Kiki just sighs. And says, I think I'll take that as a yes. And so she kind of looks at her parents and says, so, is it okay?
Your mom says, well, it's not the path I thought you would take. You are a grown woman now. You're no longer a child. You'll always be my baby, but you're not a child anymore, so the decision is yours. And your father kind of says, that's right. Once we get your family tattoo on you, you will be a full-grown version of this family. BB reaches behind the door and kind of like pulls out a shovel and kind of like holds it in her feathery hands. Family! Family! Training! Family!
You want to train my family too?
No. No.
Kiki just kind of like puts a hand to her temple and just... You want to take me away from my family to train me?
No.
Do you want to come live with us?
Live with you. Live with you.
Live with
Your
us.
mom is like,
in here.
oh dear, okay. Oh, why don't you come inside? We'll talk about it, okay? And so BB kind of shambles inside and then and like pulls out like bag after bag that she had just like stacked by the door and is just dragging like all of her stuff inside now, just like pans, pots, lots of like bird seed and like other like food things, just clothing just kind of like piles out, and your dad is just looking at it like, I don't know if we have the facilities for this, but we'll make something do. Happy coming of age, Kiki.
And I think Kiki just looks at BB and says, well, can you cook?
Cook? Cook? I can make some of the best stuff you've ever had. Cook? So the camera pans out kind of as there's still like a few more bags outside the door as the camera goes past your house. And we are going to go ahead and kind of zoom over the tops of some houses. And we see Aeon. They are sitting at the table with his dad, having their normal kind of breakfast. Stacks of reports are piled high on the desk, and Aelon sits there. Alador. Not Alador. Jeez Louise, what is going on with me today?
Andal
is twirling his mustache and kind of sipping on his tea, eating his bran muffin. It's better today than normal. Not bad.
Oh, what kind did you get today, Father?
This is lemon, cardamom. Let's see what else was in it. And hibiscus. That's right, hibiscus. Not bad, not bad.
A little more flavors today. More
Well,
adventurous.
it helps the bran muffin go down. Would you like to try some?
Oh, no, thank you. It's just like... He's not quite to that age where he's just like, my palate's what it is. It's the...
Yeah.
He hasn't quite started eating anything else. Thank you, Father. I will... just the eggs and the juice for right now. That's more than enough.
All right, son. I've noticed a few things going on, son, today. I'll be pretty busy, and you know, you've had this conversation, and you can tell ever since the incident where you guys were gone for 3 weeks, and he left his phone. Like he has had his speaking stone on him, like whenever he wakes up. He's like never left it. He says, "Well, but you can always reach me here if you need me. All right."
Yes.
So he's kind of like gets his pen. He starts kind of jotting down some notes.
And yes, of course, Father. And then he will, he kind of holds up, brandishes, and for you actually see him pull out. He's got this. I'll just use this little dice bag that I have. It's like a drawstring type bag where it's tied to his waist, and he folds it, puts it back down very meticulously, puts it down in the sash, and then he's also you kind of notice like his setup for his like notes. Like he has his own little journal right next to it. He's sort of like still watching his father do what he does and mimicking, taking his own notes, and his plans for the day.
This is pretty much the morning, like
it's their routine.
Every morning. Yeah. Like there is the sipping of drinks, the occasional, but mainly the sound that you hear in the Balinor's household is the scritching of pen on paper. Yeah, don't forget about. He says, "Oh, almost forgot here. The royal family is coming into town today."
To our village? That seems out of their way.
Well, it is, but I have word from the mayor that they want to do some investigating, so that's what I'll be doing today.
Ian kind of pauses when he hears the word investigating, and he just kind of perks up just a little bit. Is this a royal investigation, Father?
Not yet, but it has come to the attention of the nobles. It concerns the daggers that keep popping up. This is something that they see as not exactly imminent, but it needs to be dealt with, and it has come to their attention. So yeah. Actually, I hear the princess is coming with them.
Can I roll like knowledge local or roll knowledge for how would Ian respond to like the information? How much does Ian and the crew like know about royal family or all of that?
You know enough to. I mean, you don't have to roll for it. The princess's name is Cassandra de Rigon Fornalicia. She is half-elf, who is, I'd say, roughly about 15 years old at this point. Her father, the crown king of Alicia, is Cassian de Rigon Fornalicia. So Cassian is the king, and Cassandra is his daughter, the princess.
Gotcha.
He's bringing the capital of the captain of the royal guards with him as personal protection. Of course, they're always going with their royal bodyguards, but yeah. In fact, if the investigation goes well, I might be able to kind of introduce you to the royal court there. Maybe see about getting you that internship that you wanted.
Ian's first thing is like he's writing down notes. Like this is still just intel information he's taking in. So he's like, royal family, and then he pauses and he goes, Princess Cassandra. Then he's just like, he has like a moment where he's just like, princess. He smiles and he goes back to continue to writing, and then when he hears internship, he stops. He's like,
your dad is kind of like peeking over his report, like watching your reaction. Yeah. Like,
And then he's just like, that would mean I would be able to go to the Haunted Kingdom. That would mean that. And he kind of slumps back down.
Yep, could open up a lot of good doors for you.
He slumps back down and just kind of slightly to himself is like, but that would mean I would have to leave for a while. and then it's like, but it is a good opportunity. You see him like go back and forth and just become less vocal and more like inner monologue. It would be good opportunity, great for a future career, and then I could go into my own practice. You're like, but then I'd be far away for a while, and then he goes right, and then he immediately stops interacting and starts writing again. Just pulling it up.
Your dad is unable to read your thoughts, but he kind of sees you kind of like going back and forth, and he's, doing what that thing that dad does is like, you bring up the dad would bring up an idea, and the kids are like, no, I don't know about this. And then the dad immediately goes to, it could open up a lot of good doors for you, lots of good experience, put some mud on your boots, so to speak, meet lots of good people, make good connections. He's kind of talking up all the best points of it, Like, I kind of pulled some strings to get this maybe going, so I want my son to do it.
Yeah.
Without actually making him do it.
Yeah. It's like when the parents take their kids to college and they clearly have one they want them to go to, and they're like, well, we want them to choose it, but we want them to choose it for themselves. We're not going to be too pushy. So Ayan's just like, yes, no, it'd be great. He's been talked into it. Yes. Well, are they where they'll be coming? Are they going by the main courthouse? Are they meeting with the mayor? Like, what role will we have?
They'll be coming up the main road, and they'll be primarily staying at the mayor's court. The main road that comes out of the Elysian capital up here to Braven. Yep. Well, we won't be there all day per se, but probably majority of the day we'll be having counsel and discussions. So if I don't answer immediately, that's probably what it is. But if I see you calling, I will answer.
Of course. And he looks up again and he says, "Thank you, Father. Thank you very much."
Oh, don't forget, before you go hang out at your little study, the reports on this desk here, and he kind of, there's like a stack of papers. If you don't mind just filing those away. And this is standard procedure. Mm-hmm. He's kind of grooming you in the ways of how to file reports, how to get things. So this isn't new, like, do this homework. This is like, oh, by the way, this is today's stack. There
Don't
you go.
Forget. And he's like, of course, yes, Father. And then he's going to put all his stuff away, he's got his, his coin bag, his satchel, throws one over the corner, messenger bag type style, goes in, gets all the reports, and then he kind of runs the door very much, like puts everything away, turns back, satchel over. Okay.
There is a knock on the door as you are kind of getting hustling and bustling together. Yeah. And there is a messenger from the mayor, just a runner. He says, "Hello, Andal, thank goodness you're here. You need to come right away." And Andal says, "Okay, just 1 second. All right, son. Call me if you need anything, all right?"
Do you think there's an emergency? Will you need my help?
You say that out loud, and the messenger kind of looks at you like, and Andal says, "It's all right. Son, if I need your help, I'll definitely call you. Try not to worry too much. You worry too much."
Yes.
Things happen. Things happen. That's why I'm here. All right, son. I'll see you for dinner. He kind of throws on his extra coat and grabs, there's my extra book and my pen. All right, lead on. So we're going to zoom out as Andal and the foot messenger kind of trot off towards the mayoral estate there. We're going to kind of zoom over to the Noble Blight household here, because it's not far. Your house is definitely not sleeping. Everybody is awake. Your mom is working on another project. Your dad is setting up the shop for today. He's doing inventory on the books and stuff that they are going to try to sell. Vebril, tell me a little bit about your role in your family right now? What's your routine?
So Verbril is always studying every chance he gets. He's always in his books. He's always in his scrolls, and yeah, he is. Unless father and mother needs him, he's always in his room just studying, reading away.
Okay.
Verbril knows that he has to step up. He knows at one point in the future he would have to carry the name of his family, and so he's trying to prepare himself when that time comes.
Okay. What would you say you're studying right now? Are you trying to study like things that are happening now, recent history, or are you like deep diving in some like magic books?
So deep diving into some magic books. Again, ever since the 2 years ago, and how to get strong and wanting to be in the right state of mind. Verbril has been studying and immersing himself in as much magic education as possible.
Okay. We'll say that while you're studying, there is voices downstairs because you have a nicer house, so your room is upstairs. You hear voices downstairs. It sounds like your dad and the leader of the refugees from the Brune Empire, Dagon Viermeyer. Which you don't really see. He comes around every once in a while, but he doesn't live here. But yeah, you hear his distinct, because he has a very distinct low rumbling voice. So whenever you hear your dad's voice, and you hear this.
Verbril decides to take a break and slowly just walks down the stairs.
Okay. As you're walking, the mumbling murmurs kind of turn into words, and you kind of catch the conversation mid-sentence as, "Be a great opportunity for him. I think it would be very life-changing," says Dagon Viermeyer, who is the 8-foot tall forest folk.
I need to remember that.
Your dad kind of sees you coming down the stairs, and he says, "Don't get me wrong. I'm very honored that you have offered this, but I think we will need to talk to the boy about it, eh?" "Of course, I was not planning on offering this without his consent." So he kind of motions you to come on down, join the conversation. And so you come on.
Yes, Father.
Okay, so you come on down. He says, "This boy I'm so proud of. He studies just about from sunup to sundown." And Dagon says, "Yes, I can tell he has the look of intelligence about him." Your dad kind of turns to you and says, "Son, I'm not going to lie, but things might change for you pretty soon. Dagon here has offered to take you under his personal wing as his tutor. And I love teaching you. I love magic, and I love the fire that you've got. But with the shop and everything, I can't dedicate my whole person to teaching you magic. And I know you've got the spark now. I think you could do just fine." And Dagon says, "I believe that he has the same spark that you do, Hannibal. I think he could learn a lot from studying under me." So basically he's saying your dad is saying, "Hey son, Dagon has offered you basically a journeyman type offer where you will travel with Dagon and you will study directly under him to learn about it, as he's busy with the shop and he can't always teach you everything that you need to know.
Sir Dagon, it'll be my honor. And then Vibril looks at...
Just like that, eh? He has the spark, all right.
Vibril looks at his father and, Father, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And with your honor and your blessing, I will go get my things ready.
Oh, you're quick, aren't you?
Your dad says, son, it won't be for a couple of years. He's got some things he's doing now. But in a couple of years, he will be ready to take you on.
I will be ready, and I will be waiting. Sir Dagon, I'm looking forward to learning from you.
Actually, if you've got some time, I'd love to spend a little bit of time getting to know you real quick. With
Yes,
your
sir.
permission, Vannabril?
And your father kind of says, be my guest. So he just kind of wants to walk and talk with you a little bit. He is going to ask, as you guys kind of get outside and you're just kind of like, walk with me. So you guys are walking the streets of Braven here, and he says,
What do you think the most important thing in the world is?
Knowledge. Dagon, knowledge. With knowledge, I believe the best decisions can be made, and situations can be avoided.
So knowledge is the most important.
Yeah, knowledge.
If I say to you, that man over there is a thief and a criminal, what can you do with knowledge alone?
With knowledge, I can...
he sees you kind of thinking and pondering, and he says,
I know how your father taught you. Magic is everything, he says, hey? Magic can do wonders, yes? But is magic alone enough? Is knowledge alone enough? What else is required?
Application?
Now you're on to something. So let's take this application and apply it. You see that thief and that robber who I've pointed out in this scenario, now I don't know if he actually is or not, but for this scenario he is. A thief and a liar, and if I also said he is a murderer, and you see him there standing, about to strike a helpless person with his dagger, is knowledge alone enough?
No, sir.
What is required?
Application of that knowledge and magic and the quickest way to strike, and also protecting the innocent.
Now we're getting somewhere. Come, I have many more questions for you.
so we'll kind of zoom out a little bit as you two kind of walk off, as you are getting to know kind of one another, and we'll kind of fast forward over the city rooftops, and we see that the Monastery of Life is pretty busy today. There have been more and more cases of people coming in, cuts, scrapes, bruises. One person came in with a nasty, jagged-looking arrow in his shoulder. And so we'll zoom in past the doors as Marilyn's father is very busy this morning. What is going on out there? It's never this busy this early in the morning. Marilyn, where are you?
Coming, Dad. I come around the corner. I was kind of getting a snack.
Nice. So your dad, Aloysius Ward, is the head cleric of the Life Temple here. So Marilyn, you kind of rush in, this is your normal thing. You see Tom, who is busy at work. He's kind of tending bandages, and your dad kind of says to the guy with like this nasty jagged arrow kind of in his shoulder, he says, Who did this? And the guy is kind of like, I don't know. We were up in the mountains and I heard some noises. Something was up on the ridge and can you just get it out of me, Aloysius? Come on. Your dad kind of, he's like, well, here, bite this. And he yanks the arrow out, kind of casts a healing spell on the guy. And it is just like, this is a busy morning. Now, Braven isn't a very big town. It's big enough to have some lively activity, but a light life domain cleric shouldn't be this busy this morning. There's been no reports of accidents. There's been, no big catastrophes. It's busy this morning.
What's been going on in here? What is happening?
Your dad kind of says, I don't know, something's happening up there on the ridge. A lot of people coming in with scrapes and cuts. Here, Marilyn, get this bandage on. Someone else kind of comes in through the door. He's got this like nasty scar coming right down. He says, they were up on the ridge. I don't know what they were. I've never seen anything like it before. And he just like collapses from blood loss, poof, right on the floor. Your dad says, Tom, we've got a bad one here. Tom kind of stops what he's doing and kind of rushes over, and they both kind of apply healing to this person. And your dad kind of gets him up on one of the very few chairs remaining here, and he starts tending to him. Okay, what happened? What's going on? What's happening? He says, I don't know. I was up in the forest, checking my traps, and all of a sudden there was this nasty squealing sound, and something cut me. I don't know. It was this little. I've never seen anything like it before. Your mom kind of comes in and says, little short fellow, green skin, nasty teeth, bad breath, very poor sense of clothing. Your dad kind of looks at her like, and then looks at the guy like, is she right? And the guy's like, yeah, that's what it was. He was really fast, and there was more than one. Your mom kind of says, you, sir, have been attacked by a goblin. You're very lucky to be alive. They're very, very fierce in packs. Individually, they're no stronger than about a child, but in a pack, they're deadly. They're very dangerous. You're very lucky to be alive, sir. Oh, man. Goblins, but isn't that magic circle supposed to keep critters and monsters out? It's supposed to, yes. Although I don't know much about it. It's a busy morning here. This isn't the first time that someone comes in just kind of like, ow, I've been shot. Marilyn, are you going to do anything, or are you going to just kind of sneak out the back once it calms down?
Yeah, I'd very much want to leave and go see what's going on, because I feel like where I've been heading, I'm more useful, like probing the problem, than I'm willing to help out and stay and get bodies off the floor. But at my first chance, I think I'm out the door.
Okay, we'll say it does taper off, and Tom kind of notices you like, cleaning bandages again, and Tom's like, hey, don't worry about it, bro. I'll get it from here. You go do your thing. It looks like it's calming down some. And yeah, sure enough, it looks like most of the people say that it kind of happened around dawn, all these incidents. So now that the morning is kind of moving on, it's these are, nobody's really coming in anymore saying, "Oh, I just got attacked." So.
Yeah, well, I'm out the
All right,
door.
you sneak out the back. We'll kind of rewind a little bit and zoom over to the Hilltopper residence. Milo, let's talk about your morning. Are you in your training ground? Where are you at? Okay. So we'll say you're not just standing there shooting arrows at a target right now. You just see Milo. So the camera kind of like goes to the Hilltopper residence, and they're like, what? Wait a minute. And it does like this Ocarina of Time kind of intro where it's like flying around, and then it goes out to the forest. He kind of bumps into like a tree along the way, and then keeps going. And you see Milo kind of studying this like section of grass. And he's not, like, moving. He's just kind of like, And you see Leto behind him. All of a sudden, just... He says, "All right, boy. How long ago was I through here?" Oh, come on. At least make an educated guess. All this teaching that I've been doing has got to be worth something. Roll a nature check. Okay. You definitely know that this is Leto's footprint, but you have no clue how long it's been. Tracking, Milo. Come on. We studied this. Now, look at the impression of the grass and the mud. Try again. So roll with advantage this time. Okay. So with the 16, you're able to kind of gather like, okay, this isn't a fresh footprint. It looks like it's been here for a little bit because the grass has kind of sprung back up a little bit. There's still an impression in the mud. You kind of gather, like, it's definitely not super recent. So I'm guessing you just go ahead and tell him. He says, "That's right. You are getting better. Very good. All right, now I'll be..." And you hear this, like, thump, 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 thump. And you see one of your cousins, who is not like a super important guard. He's basically a messenger boy. Morning, Milo. Sir Leto. We need you back in town. The mayor's calling for you. Leto says, Something wrong this morning, eh? All right, well, Milo, we'll pick up our training again some other time, all right? For now, why don't you work on hiding? Yes, work on hiding. He says, "Hey, Milo. Hey, you blending in with the trees and bushes pretty good yet, eh?" Whew, he might make a pretty good messenger boy. Look at him go. Leto's like, "Come on, man, let's go." And he's like, sure, all right, this way. So he runs off. And with that, we kind of have hit everybody's morning routine. We are going to kind of fast forward and zoom through everything. You guys are all now kind of in... where is John? Why can't I see John?
I can't either. I think he's working on it.
Oh, there he is.
Milo.
You guys are kind of in your own spaces, and as per the usual, Alador comes and gets you. He is the mayor's son, of course, if you guys don't remember. He's kind of flaming red hair. He's got some nicer clothes on just because he's the son of the mayor, you know. He kind of comes around and gets you like, all right, guys, let's head to the hideout. And you guys get there, and now that everybody's kind of gathered around in the same space, he kind of says like, well, pretty big news today. In case you guys didn't know, the king and princess are coming to town today.
Yes, my father told me about it earlier, so I can confirm that is accurate information.
Kiki's
Thank you
I
for
thought you were
telling
gonna- I
me
thought you were
what
gonna
I
mention
just
the
told was
goblins.
true. Yes.
Kiki is instantly
I thought you were gonna
curious
mention
about
the
this.
Sarcasm is
goblins.
just, like, not.
Myself.
The sarcasm just doesn't help work on him at all. He's just like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It's just like, thank you for telling me what I just said was true. Excellent. Yeah. No, I'm really excited. I've never met a princess before. Let alone a king.
You think they have any openings for hero? For national hero?
She says, "You think
you
the
know-
princess is single?"
I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure they all have like arranged marriages and that kind of stuff. I mean,
Kiki looks very disappointed.
it'd be nice if it was. It'd be nice if she was, but I don't really know.
Alador,
Yeah, what's
I
up?
know you seem eager to meet this princess and the king. May I remind you and everyone to be on your best behavior?
Man, with all the lessons my mom's been giving me on proper court behavior, you guys better be watching me.
Are you guys not more
Kiki
interested
just-
in the fact that there's goblins on the ridge? Did you guys hear about that?
There's a what?
Goblins? What?
The church is full of them. There was like 12 people who got injured this morning. There was a goblin attack on the ridge. The church is full of
Goblins.
goblins.
Goblins? That's not right, man. I mean, we have the magic circle that protects us from that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's one of the guys who was injured. He gave a description, and my mother, who used to adventure when she was younger, she matched it dead to rights. I'm sure that she's correct. Goblins are in the circle. I don't know if anyone else knows about that. They have to at this point with the people being injured, but something's going on.
Kiki instantly wants to investigate and like just go see what's happening.
Yeah.
This is their chance. Because goblins need to take care of them, and then we'll become heroes. That same
We'll give the princess a goblin head. I bet she'll love it.
Yes, nothing like a beheaded goblin, fresh and still dripping with blood.
We'll let Milo do that.
Roll random
You
riveting.
can do that with Milo. It's fine.
Roll for charisma.
Ian's gonna bring up, guys. How do you? If there was goblins, there's no way. How could they have gotten past the protected barrier? Something doesn't add up.
Maybe they just tried really hard. Maybe they had pure intentions going through.
I don't think you don't think you can will yourself past a magical barrier.
Goblins have very high constitution saves.
Ian's gonna sort of like pause for a second and be like,
But
what if they have somebody magic with them?
Or did they tunnel
Alador says,
under?
that's not a bad idea. I mean,
Yeah.
tunneling under a mountain would take long time,
Openings
though,
for-
you know?
Well, we already know from experience that there's a cave system. There might be more than one.
You're right. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, but your dad,
You're wrong.
no. Years ago, right before you guys got stuck in that thing, he was referencing a cave, right?
Yeah,
different one.
You mean the one on the ridge, by the river? Not by the river. It was on a ridge. I know it was on a ridge.
He looks over at Marilyn. He says, "Where did those people say that the attacks happened?"
The attack happened on the ridge.
And Alador kind of says, like, guys, I think we got a mystery on our hands.
Kiki
You guys wanna
instantly
go a little-
grins.
You guys want to go explore?
The game is feats.
Kiki's out the door.
Well, I guess Kiki's in. What about you guys?
Oh yeah.
AN is like reaching into his satchel, pulling out his notepad. He's like writing down all the information so far, everything all together, and then he's like, I don't want to. Like AN it's almost like emotionally traumatized from the last time of like being gone for days, and so he's overly.
Guys, this is our chance.
I would say like
We
almost
gotta
like his
take care
anxiety
them,
of his
and then
father
we'll
about like
become
always want to stay
heroes.
communications carried on to him. So he's immediately like, well, if we're going to go, I need to call my father first and let him know.
Is Stick there with us?
Cypress, I mean, you probably are. It's up to you.
I think at this point I'm walking up, and I see Kiki. Whoa! Hey! Guidance. Do you feel guided? She's guided. Yep, that definitely worked.
Cypress just kind of strolls up, and you see the remainder of the group kind of sitting in there like, Vabril, what about you? Are you in?
Yep, someone needs to keep an eye on you, rascals. I'm in.
Yeah, Milo, I get the feeling that you're in, right? Okay.
So we're going on a bear hunt.
Well, I'm pretty sure we shouldn't tell our parents we're going up to the ridge where goblins have been attacking recently. Yeah, Ian, I don't usually encourage lying, but I'm not sure what you're going to tell your dad.
What if we just told them we were going to go adventuring and explore?
Well,
a cave?
he may not even be available. He was meeting
Yeah, I
with
think-
the town council because I would guess about what we're talking about right now, and then An's not sure what to do right now. He could be swayed either way, and I think from previous interactions with our group, I think like him and Vabril have hung out the most. So he's just going to like look to Vabril and say, "Vabril, what do you think I should do?"
You should come with us. There's strength in numbers. So.
No. Like he's like, the curiosity's got him, but it's like, do I tell my father?
Oh, we can just keep the stone on. We'll just get a hold of him if we need him. It's fine.
I was talking to the grill.
I'm just trying to be a little helpful, buddy.
So,
A and social skills are really weird.
Yep, you have the stone on you. You can always call out to him if situations gets out of control. But we're stronger now. We're a little bit wiser, and so I think it's worth us investigating.
Yeah. So An seeing the whole team group of friends being like, "Don't call." He's just like, "Okay, I'm not gonna call then." He's just like, you guys are his sort of conscious with that, so he's just like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Full peer pressure.
We don't want to give your dad another heart attack.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Well, do you think he'd be scared of you going off to hunt bears? I mean, bears can be pretty tricky. I've tangled with some. I'm friends with some.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cypress. We have you.
Hey, real quick pause. TJ, pull your mic a little bit closer to you, and Kyle, pull your gain down a little bit. Just for a second. Maybe say another one of them
Is that any better?
Kiwi phrases. Yeah.
Is that noticeably better?
Yeah, because I had to pull you down because you were clipping earlier. You were in the middle of talking, so I didn't want to say anything right then.
Yeah, give us some
Gotcha,
more of that
gotcha.
beautiful Kiwi speak.
Yeah, TJ, can you speak some more
so
Kiwi?
going on a bear hunt. Well, I know some bears are nice. Some bears are very much not nice. Got a few. Tebo, he's a bit, well, he's a bit ornery. Don't really want to mess with him.
These bears,
let's see,
the bear thing was more figurative. They're not. I don't think they're really bears.
I don't know what type of bear a figurative bear is.
I don't want to be this person,
Tiny.
but if we don't move now, this planning may become unbearable.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Skirt.
Yeah, Cypress doesn't know what we're actually doing. We haven't told him yet.
Yeah, you
This
guys
is
kind
along
of see
for the ride.
Alador is collecting water, maybe a couple dried food things that you guys kind of keep here, and then he goes to a chest and he pulls out this sword.
Guidance.
Like you've seen. I mean, it's like a sword. It's your basic iron sword. He kind of pulls it out and he's like, "You guys think we'll need this?"
Where did
I
you
would
get a
for sure
sword?
bring
Kiki, you're not there. You don't get to contribute.
I know. I was
Yes.
thinking about just
And-
like an echoing. Yes.
Yeah. No, the people that
We're-
came in to the church injured could handle themselves. I think if we have a weapon, we should bring one each.
Oh yeah, Rabril walks up, touches him on the shoulder. Yes. Let's go.
Yes, Queen.
Yes.
I'm
got my
still
stick.
confused. Where did we get a sword?
Let's
I
just
mean,
some
my
mayor
mom
money.
does
That's fine.
give me an allowance, and
See, yeah.
yeah, I bought this one. Actually,
He got that
got-
mayor money.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My mom was an adventurer before she became mayor, so
Mine
is
too,
true.
Al.
Do you think Aang gets really
Right on.
I
excited?
try to.
Yeah.
I invent the fist bump with Al right then and there.
he's like, "What do I? What? How do
Just
I
punch my
huh?
hand.
Like punch it?" And he just like
And he
pulls
makes
back.
it. And my hand. I can't play music for the rest of the day. My hand is just totally messed up.
Gently
We just
tap
crippled our
your
bard,
fist to
guys.
my fist. It will be explosive. It will be the best thing ever. Aeon's gonna be like, do you think she's killed anybody with that? Do you think it's seen blood?
I mean, this isn't my mom's sword.
Oh.
Like, this is one I bought with my allowance.
So no one's been killed with it. Okay.
I can
yeah,
tell.
it's
Let me
probably
investigate
new.
it. No, I'll investigate it.
Okay, roll an investigation
with
check.
those rolls.
Guide myself. guys.
God, that
I got
sword.
this guidance. It's going to work great. I'm going to be able to know what it is. I might, actually. Let's see. That's a 15 plus 1. 16.
Okay, with the 16, you've been to town enough to know that there is a blacksmith shop, and you see a lot of those brand new shiny swords just hanging out there at Gable's. And funnily enough, his brother owns a table store, so it's Gable's Tables. But this is the Gable that makes is a blacksmith. But you've seen enough at Gable's to know this is a brand new shiny sword. It's maybe been taken out of its scabbard at least once.
Maybe just now. It just broke that sword's virginity of the scabbard.
All right, I'm leaving.
That's a weird thing. You're already gone, Kiki.
Like
Alador
me,
says,
like Ethan.
That's kind
I'm
of a
leaving
weird
the
thing
chat.
to say about a card. Click. He says, I've
Just
actually,
learned that word last week. Is my new word.
Vabril, I know I've seen you kind of practicing. Do you want the sword? I've got an extra in here.
I would love the sword. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So you go ahead and add that to your inventory. You got an iron sword.
goblins.
No, we actually didn't. We agreed when Andrew was out, we're going to go kidnap the princess.
Oh yeah.
We're still gonna bail.
This is it.
What?
We're gonna give the princess to the goblins.
Andrew, I swear, if this is your story campaign
The
to
Goblin
where
Queen.
the princess gets captured, and every arc she's in another castle.
Well, it's a classic way of storytelling, guys. Come on.
Also, what a trope. Why can't it be the king that gets kidnapped?
Well, it hasn't
I never
happened
said
yet.
the princess was the one that got kidnapped.
Tropes in our
did I?
name. I mean, we're
I just
stuck
want to
with it.
make a Super Mario reference, so that's all we were doing here. But yes, all the tropes.
Hey, we are tropes and tabletops, so you know.
Yes, we are.
The goblin looks at you with his last dying breath. Your princess is in another castle.
Fly, you.
And then he falls off the lava bridge and into the lava.
Bum, 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 bum. Bow.
All right, remember,
Oh, wait, no, it's bum, 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 bum.
that's it. Remember, Cypress doesn't know yet about the goblins. He still thinks we're going to bear hunt. Keep that. I want to keep that going.
All right.
Those
You
are
guys
funny
ready?
looking bears.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. These aren't like bears I've ever seen. All right, real quick, everybody has Roll20 up, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Everybody's in?
Yep.
All
Ready
right,
for
cool.
it.
Let's go. Sure enough, you guys know how to get to Braven Ridge. It is close to the spot where you first met Cypress years ago. You guys don't even have to make any rolls because you know kind of where the ridge is. It's a very long ridge, so I mean, just going there, you're not like, oh look, there's the bad guys. But it's a very well-known place to you guys. So you guys are going up. You see signs every here and there of. It looks like a scuffle happened. It doesn't even. I'm not even making a roll for it just because it's so obvious. Like, oh, there's a blood stain right there, and there's some arrows kind of on the ground. Milo's pointing it out, like, look at my new ranger detective skills. Yes. You
Great
kind of
job,
see
little buddy.
signs of like where people were fleeing off the ridge very quickly. You also kind of see that there are a few of the town guard sniffing around. And I'm not going to go ahead and make you roll stealth yet, just because we haven't got to that yet. But there are members of the town guard kind of posted everywhere else. So yeah, we will pick up right there as you see some of Milo's cousins standing in full armor, spears, shields at the ready.
Yeah, can you scoot a bit closer to the mic? I like to think that we're all just like hiding in the brush, like on top of a hill.
I'm hiding behind a tree. I don't fit behind a brush.
Your like shoulders are just like poking out.
Surprisingly, Cypress's gigantic metal frame does compress very well.
He turns
can get
sideways.
pretty low. Like his metal body is able to bend in places that, like, for humans, like if you crouch for too long, like your legs go to sleep. Cypress doesn't have that problem.
So I think that Kiki looks out over kind of the scuffle and turns to Milo and says, "Hey, you mentioned that you had tracking abilities, right? Can you track where the goblins went?" She just face palms.
Why are we whispering, guys? If we're looking for bears, the guys over there probably know. We just go ask them.
Someone tell Cypress what we're really doing.
Survival.
All right. Verbril tells Cypress what we're doing. So Cypress, we're looking for goblins. We heard they were on the ridge, and we're going to try to take care of them.
We're
What's a
hunting
gerbil?
goblins.
They're those
Seen
little
one of those.
Well, you'll see them soon. Green, nasty looking creatures.
I was literally about to say that exact thing.
All right.
We think alike. Great minds think alike.
Maybe we should ask the gods if they've seen any tracks or any.
Well,
any
eyes
things.
the rub. I'm pretty sure the authority figures don't really want us snooping around.
Oh well. I mean, they don't. I don't live in the village. Maybe I can go talk to them.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, what if we
Cypress
say
has kind of been the
that?
hero before.
What if we
Yeah.
say that we are just taking a hike, and which way the goblins went, so then we can know not to go in there. But then we do.
And then just gets pulled back.
Thank you. So who has the highest charisma?
Don't look at me.
Mr. Bard.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I have a charisma of
Married?
11. Obviously, I should be going. I start to.
stand up.
We can't reach the scuff of his neck, so we just like I don't know what we grab.
my-
His hand?
I did not mean to make
My
a
charisma's only
charisma-based
sitting at
character,
20,
but
I don't know.
He is beefy in charisma because of sorcerer necessities and
Yeah.
tiefling abilities.
I will give
20?
myself guidance. And I'll go and
Now, guidance only lasts for a minute, right?
Yep.
You gotta be
scurry
quick.
on over, and I'll talk to the gods. Hello there.
They are on edge. So whenever this noise kind of comes through,
Oh,
oh, it's only you.
yep,
All right.
that's me,
Oh,
hero of
Hey.
the dagger town.
hero of the
Yeah,
Dagger,
yeah, I did.
Dagger Town. Are you talking about Braven?
Well, yeah, I remember. It's me, Cypress. Saved the day.
Well,
I think as
Cypress, we know who you are. What are you doing here? It's not safe here.
Oh, just on a walkabout. I heard there's trouble, and just come and see what's up.
Trouble's right. Listen, there's nothing that you need to worry about here. I'm sure there's probably a dagger, something shown up. Have you found any recently, actually?
Yeah, nah. Listen though, if I think there might be a dagger that direction. We think that direction's safe from goblins. Maybe. I have a feeling. Might be a dagger over there.
All right, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
All right. That's a natural 3 plus 4 on guidance for 7.
Nice.
I think
Okay, so
Kiki starts running down the hill to help back him up.
Oh no.
all right. Well,
No, we have to
that
see.
doesn't happen in time to actually give him a help.
Oh, yeah,
action.
no.
So we'll resolve that in a second. He kind of looks at you like, I mean, do you know where these daggers pop up or something? Like, look, this area is kind of secure right now. Kiki, are you actually going to run over there to him?
Yeah, I think so. To kind of follow through on the plan.
He kind of sees you coming out from behind, and he's like, sorry. Listen, this area's off limits. You can't be here right now.
Oh, sorry.
Kiki. It's all right.
Yeah.
Kiki just
I think I'm gonna try and sneak past.
eyes him and says,
All right, hold on. We'll get to that.
Kiki is saying, I was just tagging along with him. He was helping guide me as we walk. What we're planning on kind of walking over in that direction or so. Is that safe? What is the safest route that we can take?
The safest route? That's the way you came. Just go back down the ridge, past the dam and everything, and then back into the town, and you'll be alright. There's been some kind of disturbance up here. I'm not allowed to say what it is, but you guys need to go.
It's the bears.
It's not safe here.
None of the bear attack. I know. I'm in the know. It's all right. Oh, Gertrude. She's so ornery this time of year. Poker. That's no good.
We're going to keep your last, charisma roll as you are talking about this other bear that you know, and everybody's just...
I'm playing to
the guards
that.
kind of looking at each other like...
This is a natural 3.
I mean, we can't tell the robot what to do, but... Look, you're going to need to leave, all right? This area is not safe.
Oh, I know. Gertrude, she's got a mind. Oh, got to watch out. You guys aren't safe. You might leave. I'd get out of here.
Look, I know I'm not safe. I'm trying to tell you, you're not safe. You need to get off the mountain.
No, I'm Cypress.
Well, look, we know who you are, right?
Right. Yeah.
But we don't know what these things could do to you.
So, is this
Ting, 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 ting.
Milo's cousin? Do they live in town?
I mean, not every single guard in the town is a halfling related to Milo.
Racist.
You're the racist
Yeah,
saying
I
it's
know.
only halflings that can be guards.
That's what I was saying. So I think Kiki is going to try and bluff and say, well, I was just going, there's this one tree that we get all of our sap from. It's very sacred in my family. Let me use my Kiki voice. It's very sacred in our family, and we just need to go get the sap real quick. It's just right over there. Do you think that will be safe doing that? It's incredibly important.
All right. First of all, Cypress, roll a stealth check, and Kiki, roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Ooh, I have proficiency. +3.
And you get to add whatever D4 that TJ gives you.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20!
Double nat 20.
Yeah, 20,
Nice.
For a total of...
I got
but
20.
Ethan, you roll the nat 4. I don't do your guidance.
Oh, okay. So I have a 20
Right.
plus the 4 from TJ, plus the 3.
No, it's a D4.
It's a D4.
Oh, okay.
So
I
roll
was
a
about to say.
D4.
I was just playing with it earlier. Hang on.
If it was always a 4, guidance would be like
Yeah.
way overpowered.
I got a 2. So
Okay, so it's 20 plus 2 plus...
25.
What's your charisma? Okay, 25.
I have a proficiency.
With a 25... Okay, so let me break it down for you new players. Getting a nat 20 is awesome and amazing, and it usually means you are able to pull off something that you're normally not able to pull off. With skills and persuasion and that kind of stuff, I have this spectrum of like, hey, if somebody is completely against you and you roll high enough, they might turn neutral, or if it's super high, they could actually switch sides. This guard, his mindset is, I have to protect the people of the town. So even like you passed, so he will let you go, but it is in his nature to protect people. So he is going to say to you, all right, but I'm coming with you. Gregor, you stay here. We'll be back in just a few minutes, right?
Yeah, it
All
shouldn't
right,
take
well, let's
too
go.
long.
Come on.
Kiki
Come on, let's
nervously
go.
glances at
Sooner-
Cypress.
But Gregor, what if Gertrude comes, and we've got one man here against a bear, and Gertrude is it's not a one-man bear. Nah, yeah.
Gregor is this stout dwarf with this big bushy red beard, and he says, I'm not scared of no bear.
Gertrude's got a beard.
Besides, if you hurry long enough, I'll have my pal back with me.
I will let you
Alright.
know that draining sap does take a while. It's a pretty slow process.
Well, then we better get moving, don't you think?
Ah, you got me there. And so she just starts walking. I guess
Okay.
in the direction
This
of the
guard-
cave.
Okay. There, you don't know. You know there is a cave. You have no idea where the cave is.
So I guess
you know that there's a cave somewhere on this strip on top of this mountain range.
Milo.
Okay, so Cypress and Kiki and this guard who we will name Gerard is now walking off over the cliff, like over the ridge on the other side.
I think that Kiki makes one last glance at the group and kind of eyeballs them. I guess that will lead them off, and we can reconvene later, and y'all can sneak past if you won't. Or at least
all right,
try
well, you
to find
guys are
more
gone,
information.
so no metagaming.
We'll
what's
go
the rest
this
of the
way.
group
You
doing?
go the Gerard way.
Did we see that? Like, were we close enough to hear all that happen?
Yeah, we'll say you are. I mean, you saw Kiki run up, and they're kind of talking back and forth, and then Kiki and Cypress and this guard just start walking off.
I think.
plan?
Hey, right now, who has the highest perception out of everybody in the group?
Probably. I don't know.
I got +4 too, but I'm not there.
Only a +1.
I have a +3.
I have +6.
Nice, Cypress.
How can you have +6? Oh, proficiency.
Proficiency
Like, bringing up to your total, what is your, like, passive perception?
16.
Yep. But
Steven, is there
Okay.
any way to turn up like the mic input on your computer?
yeah, we looked at it earlier.
Hang on, I'll come over.
Mine's a 16, Drew.
I have a natural.
Okay.
I have a passive perception of 11 for Ian.
Yeah, I'm at 13.
Vabril, what is your passive perception?
12.
Okay.
Steven, yeah.
It's gonna be like one. It's gonna be like one setting. Every technical issue I've ever tried to fix for somebody or have somebody fix for me, it's always like it takes 30 seconds. It either takes less than 30 seconds or it's not gonna be fixed. That's those are the two options.
I like to think that as we're walking with this guard, I'm telling them about all the bears that I know, just in case this is really still about bears, and giving him personality traits.
They have like you're on a first name basis with all these
tendencies.
bears. Like
Yeah.
there's Gregory.
You know, I talk to them all the time. They can't talk to me. I don't think they understand me. But, you know, they're just part of my friends. And give them names, personalities.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Gerard says, like, oh, yeah, that's great. Look, can you keep it down?
I crouch down. Yeah, I can keep it down.
No,
if you want
no.
that.
I forgot that you take everything literal. Keep your voice down. Okay?
Okay.
I was gonna say if you did do that.
I'll talk about bears like
Okay,
this.
all right, that's not what I meant.
I'm just real confused, yeah.
Like, can you talk in a whisper?
I can talk and whisper.
this grown man guard is explaining to you what a whisper is. Like this.
Oh, I know what a whisper is. Why didn't you ask me to whisper? I can whisper. Everybody can whisper. Babies
Look,
can
what I was saying before was a euphemism. Never mind. Just stay quiet.
The euphemism? Oh, you cousins are weird.
And that's funny because this isn't actually a halfling cousin of Milo, but you still think that? You're just like, man, Milo's got some weird cousins.
Yeah, it's like your found family, right? So nice. It's such a big found family. You know, you just you choose your family, and he's chosen every single god in the town. Which, you know, it's good if you ever need a pinch. Call up all your family, and they're all gods. And they've got spears, swords, and shields, and that can help solve a lot of problems.
Gracious.
Are we still waiting for
You
Steven?
can ask them for a favor and not feel bad because they're your family.
Yeah, apparently something's going on
I think
here.
they're trying to do basic troubleshooting. Having to go with it. Say,
I have
what's
a,
what?
I
I
have
find
a
it doesn't,
potentially clever plan I might want to try.
Sweet. I might or might not give you the chance.
That's fine. I might or not
Oh,
not
that's
be
a bit
that
We'll
ominous.
see how well you roll the dice.
so well.
So can we? Can the rest of us crew start walking over?
I would say, I mean, Steven is part of the group that
Yeah,
stuck
we-
behind.
He can pop in if he has something to contribute.
Okay. All right.
I can unmute it.
We're going to go ahead. We will say with Milo's perception, he glances down the path and then double takes, and you see coming up the same like path. You see the mayor, you see Leto, you see about 12 guards, you see some heavily armored royal guards all coming up the path towards where you guys are. Like, you guys are walking up the path and then crouched behind some bushes so that these guards wouldn't see you. So you're like right beside like the main kind of trail coming up this way. And that's what you see. They're about 200 feet down the trail.
Are they
from
coming
you.
towards us?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are like on the path, and there is a procession of people coming up the path.
Quick, hide off the trail. Get in the trees.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. You guys
I don't
want to do
wanna be
that?
Stuck on the road when I don't. I'm Frodo it out for a minute.
Okay.
Get off the road.
Get off the road. Okay, so you jump down behind some trees, and this dark horse, snorting and whistling and blowing, comes and stands at the tree right
Fall
above
down.
you
It's a
guys.
shortcut to mushrooms.
Okay, Steven, are you back? Okay. So is everybody... Ayan kind of shouts out like, let's hide. Is everybody going to do that?
Yep, the bro hides.
Okay, everybody roll stealth checks.
You got it, dude.
And post it in the chat.
Which chat?
This one here.
The this one here, yeah.
Because I'm still rolling on 22. I'm in roll 22. Roll 20.
Nice. How about that?
21.
21 gang, nice.
Roll
Good job,
natural
guys.
7
Oof.
plus 2 is a 9. The days of Caragaldor fall behind us.
Ethan, yeah. So coming up the trail up to the ridge is there's about 12 town guards, the mayor, Andal, Balinor, and Leto von Treyu, the ranger, as well as some royal guards in heavier armor coming up the trail. So there's about 20 people coming up the trail now.
Damn.
Yep. Okay, so with that, the group gets kind of closer. You guys are just hunkering down. Everybody assumes, like, okay, this is good, just don't move. This is good, just don't move. As the procession gets closer, the front guards kind of pass and they don't see anything, and then you guys see Leto kind of lean over to the mayor, and then she stops and says, like, Who's hiding?
Shh.
Who?
Don't
Drew,
Show
say
yourself.
anything.
Was that a group check, or are you doing it individually?
It was an individual check.
Okay.
In this instance, where it's not like, oh, this group of people is trying to find, any traces of you. It's like they're walking past you, and so, it wasn't. Hi, yeah. So, like, Leto is a ranger, right? So he's pretty depth at perception. He saw that somebody is hiding. And he kind of unslings his bow and his arrow, and he says, "That bush over there." And Alador stands up because he rolled a 2.
I thought it was going to be Ian since he rolled poorly. And I was going to imagine one of his like horns was just sticking out of a bush.
That's what I was saying.
No, he rolled a 2. Like his like flaming red hair was just like uncovered, you know.
Come on,
And
Alador.
the mayor says, "I assume that the rest of your group is here as well."
Milo jumps out. Saying
Yeah, Ian.
like, as she's saying that.
Ian immediately,
Ian does
because
what?
Ian wanted to tell people where we were going beforehand, so Ian's just immediately like, yes, we are all here. It's me, Ian Balinor, son of Andal. Yeah, we're here.
And Andal, who is actually in the group, looks at you like, "Oh, son,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?" He just has that look like, "What are
Did
you
he say
doing
that out loud?
here?" He says it in his mind, but he has that look of like, "This doesn't add up. What are you
Ian's
doing here?"
Seen the look and heard the look before.
They made me do it.
I'm not sure if Ian's a narc yet, but he always honest with his father. Well, we heard there were attacks up here, but I was uncertain about the magic and how attacks get through magical realms. So we got here. And he goes off of the list and just like chronicles out, like detail by detail, how they physically got to this spot. And then low key he's gonna be like, and
Yeah, you're-
so and so has what's the mayor's kid's name again? Alador.
Alador.
And Alador has a sword, so we thought we would be able to fight. He's not like in his head. He's not trying to tell on Alador that he has a sword. He's just like, well, we thought we had a sword, so we thought we would be okay because we could fight. And he has a sword, and then he's gonna ramble off and stop talking.
So this is the kid who asks about homework right when class is ending. That's this kid for sure.
He is specifically this way with his dad, like his father. Like he's specifically he a choice I've made is like he can't lie to his father. Like he has this like desire to be honest, even if it's not what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Dope. Thank you, Ethan. He's in actually no, he's not in World Anvil yet. Sorry guys. I will put him up depending on what happens here in the future.
If he makes it.
You guys your dad kind of pulls you aside and he's like, "Okay," after you tell him everything, he's like, "Well, I'm not going to lie, son. Your deductive reasoning is right on point. I don't get, however, how you think your little group is going to be able to solve this on your own. We've had 3 people killed in this excursion. It's not something that..." And, like, he has this, like, "I think I would die if anything happened to you" tone, where he says, I know you want to solve things, son, but
I mean, even I bring fully trained guards with me whenever I have to make an arrest or something. I mean, your little friends, you're not... You're not... I just don't know what I would do if I lost you, son. The mayor is thoroughly scolding Alador, just up one side, down the other. You hear snippets of it as you guys are kind of standing around. She's not being, like, terribly quiet about it. There is... I know you are a lot like your father, but son, you are also the son of the mayor. Well, you never let me talk about my father, so I have no idea what he's like. We will not talk about this right now. Your father is a discussion on a separate matter. I never should have brought it up. Yeah, Mom, like you never bring it up at home anyways. Son, that is quite enough. You and your friends could have been in a lot of danger. In fact, you still are in a lot of danger. And about that time that you should be getting home. Mom, I am never going to be a real man unless you let me on my own. Son, I am trying to keep you alive until you are a real man. And around this time, an arrow, 2, 3, comes and starts hitting the trees around you guys. And let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Not a bear! Not a bear! Watch out!
It's not a bear, it's a...
Wait, hang on.
running
Cypress and Kiki are already off, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kiki and Cypress are not here, so
Yeah,
you
okay.
guys will not roll initiative.
Yeah.
Unless you can think of some reason
No, I was just making
that
sure.
you would, like, double back. That you would double back.
Kiki
Well, I mean,
is...
we haven't gone that far, so I'm guessing if there's any noise made from this attack, we'll hear it. Especially if I have a passive
Sure.
perception of 16.
In Kiki's mind, she
All right.
is...
Okay, well,
she's
with
trying...
the 16, TJ, I will say after the attack starts, I will let you roll initiative. So they will get a round,
Okay.
and then I don't have a map, so this will be theater of mind.
Saw your number.
No, you're good.
It's a solid.
Yeah,
it's a
it was
solid
a nat-
2 from. So that's
Yeah.
with a modifier. Fabril has a 2.
Yeah, no, it was a nat 1. My modifier was
I think
Real
for nat
still
ones,
hiding.
do you
Still
add
trying to
anything
hide.
to those?
Fabril immediately falls down before things even start.
For nat ones, do you add
rolls-
anything to those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nat ones for initiative aren't like
You're just in the
auto
bottom.
fail.
No,
you
but
know?
like just in general.
I mean, for like
I mean,
a
even if you do
skill
like,
check,
even if you
it doesn't matter if you add it because you're going to fail because it's a nat 1.
Mm-hmm.
But like everything else, yeah.
Your stealth, John. You could nap.
Yep.
well, because rogues get like the reliable talent thing. So it's like even if you roll below a 10, it just
Yeah,
counts as
who's
a
a
10,
rogue?
and you add your stuff to it. Yeah, for rogues.
All right. Well, no, if it's straight modifiers, a nat 1 cancels out. It doesn't matter. It's a nat 1.
And so in Kiki's mind, she's trying to lead the guard away. So then, in her mind, they can like sneak past or do whatever they want to do. So I'm not sure if Kiki would hear the
I'll let you
commotion
know
or at
when
least.
I hear stuff.
Okay.
I would let
Okay.
you know. And,
Yeah, we're gonna go
Yeah.
through one round, and then I will let TJ do his thing.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so up first is gonna be. So John and Kyle both got a 12. Who has the higher dex? Probably Kyle,
That's
right?
all.
16.
Plus 2 was my dex modifier.
Okay, yeah. So Kyle will go first between the two of you. You guys see the ranger, Leto von Atreyu. He pulls out his bow and he says, "There, 3 of them in the trees." So he kind of points out, and then he will take an arrow and
shoot to kill. And he drops one goblin with one shot. Just smooth, release, fire, and then he's down. And he says, "Now that, Milo, is how you do it." The mayor will go ahead and say, "Children, take cover. Guards, protect the children." And then she will cast... Firebolt. It hits. Oh no, there goes my D4. Danny, where'd you go? Okay.
Firebolt's a D8, so that's okay.
D8, yeah.
Should have been a D8.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Should have had.
Should have been a D8. Well, that's good. That's good enough. Yeah, so she roasts one of them. Just like falls. Kyle, you're up.
All right, how far away are they?
They're about 30 feet, but they are kind of hidden behind trees, so they're in partial cover.
I want to try throwing a dagger. And that would be 20,
Okay, go ahead and roll.
25 to hit.
That definitely
Didn't make
hits.
it up. Eat it.
Hey, that's
I
cool,
love
man.
it. I love it. I'm excited.
Even behind behind partial cover of this tree, you still just take out a dagger, and you're just like I've been practicing. Go ahead and roll your dagger damage.
That would be 1d4 plus 3. 4.
4 damage, right on. Okay, it's still up and kicking. John, you're up.
He's gonna focus. Ian's gonna focus on the same exact one and going to bust out a handy dandy cantrip. And so, Mind Sliver, intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Goblins are not very intelligent. What
It
does
has
it have to be?
a 14.
It definitely does not. So how much damage is it
1d6
taking?
psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw. So 1d6. It's only 2 points of damage.
Okay. This thing all of a sudden just it's like bleeding from its eyes, ears, mouth, and it's just like we'll go ahead and say, for the sake of that one of the other guards
fall out of the
kind of
tree?
like sees it staggering and is just like choo, just releases a quick bow. It had 1 HP left, John. I need you to roll
The next
a
one would have
3.
been a 4.
Nice.
Level 0 characters. You can't just put out too much.
Love it.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So for this moment, everything's quiet.
Okay, since I didn't get a chance to go, I wanted to, Verbria wanted to rush over to Alador and like go check on him and see how he was doing, like kind of comfort him a little bit from seeing the little, I guess the little situation with him and his mom just scolding him and them going at it. Because Verbria actually wanted to kind of like support him in a way, but he couldn't because the mayor was just on him. So Verbria kind of runs over, "Hey Alador, you okay? You okay, man?" Like, to check up on him.
Okay, yeah. You go up and you say, "Are you okay, man?" He says, "Oh man, I've never actually been in a battle before. Arrows flying around. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I kind of want to. I'm kind of nervous though. His sword is like he had drawn his sword and it's like kind of shaking in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. He's got this adrenaline rush of like, oh, first battle. Okay, here we go.
I want to I want to
he
walk
says-
by Al and like kind of cup him on the shoulder, be like, "You're doing great, man." As I walk by and like pull my dagger out of the dead goblin, just kind of like,
Okay, so a couple of the guards go with you because they're like, "Is this over yet?" They were ordered to like guard you guys, so they're just like, "Dang, that kid's cold." Alador kind of looks at Vabril and just says, like, sorry you guys had to see that. That's something we're going through right now. It's not fun to be at home. Yeah, okay, anyways. About this time, you kind of see Cypress and Kiki and Gerard kind of like, what's going on over here? And then he sees, like everybody else. And Gregor is like, hey, man, I don't know where that came from. And Gerard kind of like, you're supposed to be paying attention, you idiot. So the mayor is there, and she kind of says, like, Leto, I want you to take half the guards, go up the hill, I want you to form a perimeter, all right? Don't let anything through. He's like, yes, ma'am. So he kind of, they trot off, and you guys are left here, and the mayor kind of looks at all of you and says, this is what I was talking about. You are not battle-trained, you're not battle-ready. Those arrows could have ended your lives. That said, I'm glad they didn't, because this will be a valuable lesson to you. Andal now kind of steps up and he says, all things considered, ma'am, they handled themselves pretty well. Young Ayan there almost killed it after young Marilyn there nearly ended it. I mean, it was like a 1-2 hit. They almost took care of that one goblin there. And the mayor says, well, it's true. You're not babies anymore. It might be best if you stay with us. There is safety in numbers. I'm not sure why they attacked when they did. Perhaps they underestimated our strength. Very well. You may come with us if you stay close.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and say that the mayor has joined the party.
Hey.
You guys... We'll kind of fast forward a little bit. You guys are able to kind of set up like a perimeter. Leto kind of goes out scouting. He says, hey, Milo, this would be a good chance to get some first-hand experience. So Milo and Leto kind of go out there, and I'd say within a matter of like 20 minutes, you guys are able to kind of find a cave. Andal kind of knew there was a cave somewhere around here, so that kind of helped. And some of the guards are like, yeah, I've been up here with my trapper friends before, and if they're coming through anywhere, it's probably going to be up there. So yeah, you guys are kind of able to locate the cave. There's no guards present, but it does look like there has been some activity in the area. There's signs of kind of arrows in the ground. Not like they were shot in the ground, like they were placed in the ground so that whoever's supposed to be guarding this area could just like pick them up and just use them. They're just ready to use arrows. But yeah, there are a few like goblin signs, like not written in Goblinese or anything, but like there's a skull and some bones hanging on a stick outside, like to mark like, this is our territory. Cool. So you guys find that. The mayor quickly sets up kind of a perimeter around the area and says, she goes and talks to Andal, and she's going to go make a plan. Leto is there kind of watching the entrance. And are you guys doing anything?
Is there any way that we can get that on Roll20?
Just a minute.
Yeah, I was like, I like the visual. I'm such a visual learner.
Yeah, same. I'm not like an
hey.
audio.
I don't... Well, it's theater of the mind, but anyways.
Theater of the mind.
Kind of the whole point of the whole D&D thing.
Yeah.
It's to be theater of the mind. But maps are helpful, I agree.
Yeah.
I like tabletops and figurines.
we not. Yeah, same too. I was gonna say we're not all wired that way. So,
No, I like it.
So
Yeah,
it is
I
just
agree.
the
Before we get to the part where I have a map prepared,
base of the
does anybody
cave.
want to do anything?
So it's just the mountain with the cave and then the entrance. Like the kind of whatchamacallits. There's no like... Is there a way to see inside the cave?
I mean, it gets dark after a while. You can see some rock wall going in, but
Drew, did the two guards from before, or did they come with us? Or are they still stationed there? I'm still talking about bears.
Oh,
Gerard is like,
this dude.
I wish I had never met this.
I think I've moved on now to... actually, I think I moved on to squirrels. There's a lot of squirrels in the forest. I name them all, but, sometimes I think I've seen another squirrel once, but I've already given it a name, but can't remember because there's so many of them. I'll just give them another name.
He finally just says like, "Oh, I just forgot. I left something in town. Take care." He just walks
He
away.
made an NPC quit.
Yeah, he's done.
New goal for the campaign.
Next minute.
Verbril is going to stick close to Alador.
Okay. Yeah, Alador's excited. He's like, "Oh man, I wonder what we're gonna find in there. It's gonna be good."
I think Kiki is...
He's excited.
Barely holding herself back from running in because it's darkness and they have established that they have arrows and she just doesn't want to get shot in the chest.
Oh my god.
At least not without any warning first.
The arrows laying there are pretty much like, I'm not even make you roll for it. It looks like if they had posted a guard, he would just be standing by it in case something happened, like, or something showed up. Like,
so
it's literally just somewhere where a guard would stand, and that's just like their stack of arrows if they need to use them.
So Kiki doesn't have a ranged weapon, but I think that she just goes around and like picking up the arrows.
Chuck arrows at goblins.
And just handing them to... I had thought about handing them like over to Milo, but I also kind of like the idea of like keeping two just a... I don't know how well arrows
so mark
would
2
throw.
goblin arrows in your inventory.
And I give the other 2 to Milo. Or the other however many.
We'll say there was like 4 like roughly put together goblin arrows.
Oh yeah, no.
And he said royal guard.
There are a few of the royal guards here, so they are wearing the tabards of like the royal family.
They're already.
You asked. I'm assuming you asked, and Leto was like, "Yeah, the king wanted to send some of his own to see what this was all about."
Mighty kind.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Let's roll.
Okay, cool. We will say that you guys are all kind of in there, and the mayor, Elevora Halhofanel, she says, "Now, children, I know you kind of proved yourself on the side of the mountain there, that you're not children or babies, but I will not permit you to go inside. It is far too dangerous. We don't know what we could do. You should leave this to the professionals." And as she says this, there is a flurry of arrows coming from up the slope now towards you guys, and it is obvious that there's more than 3 this time. She says, "It must be an ambush. Everyone take cover." There is arrows coming from the other side. I'm not going to make you guys roll. This is just kind of the theater. The guards have shields big enough, and they kind of form a perimeter around half, like they kind of like circle you guys so that you're kind of into the mouth of the cave. And the mayor says like, "We don't have any choice. We'll have to use the mouth of the cave for cover. Guards, form a defensive shield wall at the mouth of the cave." So you guys kind of back in there, and every once in a while one of the guards will pop up above the shield wall and take a shot and stuff. But you guys are kind of hurried into the cave here, and I'll go ahead and load it up. Is everybody able to see the map now? All right, can everybody move their character yet?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I can.
Jeez. Okay, so
Hang on. Okay, there we go.
Scroll down to the bottom.
All right, hold on.
Oh yeah, is
How about now?
Kiki's night vision engaged?
Do...
Oh, now I can see.
There we go.
No, Cypress can see.
I can't.
Okay.
I pull up
Who
my...
all... You'll have to remind me, who all actually has dark vision?
Me.
I believe I do.
And I
Up to what range?
don't know, I can check.
So
Hang
I
on.
have it 60 feet.
Okay. It's probably 60 for Kiki as well.
Yeah. Hang on.
So, Drew, my produce flame that I'm just going to have sitting on my finger, it's a 10-foot radius for bright light, 10 foot for dim. So, 20 feet that I
Okay,
can
I will go ahead and...
I've got 60.
If you keep that up, I'm going to have you roll at disadvantage for stealth, though.
Well,
Do you want to keep it up?
I have to see, so, yeah.
Okay, so 10 foot you said, and then what?
10 and 10. So, 10 bright, 10 dim.
Okay.
Okay. Here we
Okay, everybody should be able to see now, right?
go. Yes, sir.
Yep.
There's a
Yeah,
mini
I-
torch. Oh, look how cute. It's like right at the cave
I'm going to attempt
entrance.
to
Ugh.
stay at least 20 feet away from Cypress. I don't want to be seen.
Where? Okay. Is that? Yep. I see Alador. Gotcha.
Okay, and everybody can move their character, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, now listen. With how we have it set up, if you move into an area and there's an enemy token, we are going to immediately roll initiative. So if you run ahead, then you run ahead, and if you get trapped in a room with 12 goblins,
You're
Yeah,
rolling a new
I
character
think
next
that's it.
week.
Don't do it.
But
okay. The mayor is also here. She's at the mouth of the cave. Leto is here. Andal is here. You guys are all kind of in this cave. You're safe from the arrows that are coming outside. And the guards, you know, they're giving as good as they're getting right now. Elevora says, "We might have to push back further into the cave. I'm not sure how many are out there. There might be more of them out there than in here. Leto, lead the party inside further until we can get a good idea of what was going on here." Leto says, "Right away, ma'am." So Leto runs up to the
I
front.
think for the time being, I'll
he's
stay
here.
relatively close to Leto because I can also attack with relatively similar range.
Okay, you do what you want.
I
Relatively
think
close.
Kiki's also going to try and stay in front since she has night vision and can kind of scope out and kind of like poke her head around
Okay.
the wall.
Andal is going to kind of stay back here, and he is, you see he has a little hand crossbow, and he's loading up bolts, and he says, "Hey, Ian, now you stay back, son. Your daddy will protect you." Alador just kind of like walks off quietly. He doesn't say anything. He just looks like, "I'm going." And he just goes.
Walks off quietly where?
Like into the mine.
Like up
Into
into
the
the
wall.
group. Like he's like, "I am going into this cave no matter what."
All right. Well, Vibril follows him.
Okay.
I think I'll put a hand on Alador's head. It's like, "Hey, listen here. It's the first battle, maybe. If we encounter something in here, you stay close to old Cypress, yeah? First battle's going to be a doozy. Don't worry.
Okay.
You'll get to...
I'm ready,
participate."
Cypress. I know you've got my back. There is sounds
I
of
got my shield.
screaming, yelling. There's battle going on at the mouth of the cave, but inside there's not much. The ranger will kind of step up to Kiki and say, "Look, honey, I appreciate your spirit.
Don't
but
call me
let
honey.
the trained professional out front it.
I have a name.
God.
It's Kiki.
You let the grown-up in charge here, right?" All right, so he's going to take the lead. All right, so entering this first room.
Is that a staircase?
Sure looks like it.
That is a staircase, yeah. You guys do see a staircase. And you just instantly run up the
You
staircase,
going up
huh,
there?
Kiki?
No, I think that she gets on like the
two.
first couple of steps to see if she can like peek over.
Okay. You see that there's a very long staircase.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of want to go up
Like,
the
you can't-
stairs.
Come on, buddy.
Okay.
'Cause- Also, like, if they progress further in the cave and then enemy comes down the staircase, they can, like, cut them off from, like, our help and kind of corner us.
I mean, you do you, boo boo.
Yeah, if you want to go up the stairs,
I
we
think
can handle that.
if someone wants to go up the
Is
stairs,
anyone going to go
her,
with Kiki?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody
I am
please-
following
somebody please go with
Lito's
Kiki.
lead. I'm being a good boy right now.
Alador steps up to you, Kiki, and he's like, "Come on, let's go check it out."
Okay. She goes up
Well,
and kind of looks at Vabril.
Anywhere Alador goes, Verbril is going. So Verbril
Okay.
follows Alador and Kiki.
I guess I will too, because I told him I would. But I'm going to let the ranger. Oi, Lego.
It's Leto, the T. Thank you very
Lego.
much.
Hey,
Lego my
Legos.
ego.
Lego with a T. Legot. I think we're. Some of us are wanting to check out the stairs here.
All right, look, but if you run into any trouble, just come right back down, all right?
Ah, all
I
right.
don't know what's here.
Sure, Legot. No problem.
Leto.
No, sorry.
Cool.
Letot. You said Leto with a T. Letot.
Lego.
Right, got it.
Lego, my ego.
All right, so you guys go up the stairs quickly, quietly, however you want to do it. I'm assuming probably quietly because you have no idea what's here.
Yeah, I also think that
Yes.
Kiki's trying to take the lead as well, since she has dark vision. Unless anybody
Sure.
else wants to
As
pull ahead.
as you go up the stairs, it does get lighter. So there is natural sunlight coming in up here. And you guys get all the way up the stairs, and you see
The boss.
it kind of opens up. Yeah, it's the big bad evil guy. Everybody roll initiative. No, you see that this is a open kind of room with a giant view of the entire valley on the other side of the mountain range. And you gather, and based on the baskets of what maybe used to hold supplies, there's old parchment, pins, that kind of stuff just kind of laying about. You gather that this was like an outlook for some kind of maybe military force that used to be here. This is like an outpost, and this was how they saw out onto the other side of the mountain. That this is, it's like a safety checkpoint, basically. Like, hey, we're going to watch this side of the mountain. If anything is coming, we'll know.
Nice.
Because, you get up there, and the view is just, like, it's amazing. Like, you can see for miles and miles. Like, you can almost swear you make out the mountain ranges that start to make up the world's eye. But not quite. That might be them. I'm not sure. I've only seen a picture of it on the map. And then kind of off to the left, you see... you don't see any, like, ocean or anything. We're not that close. But you just see vast, just emptiness. No farmlands. It's completely empty out there.
Goblins that attacked, they shot from uphill. Do we see them from up here?
I was about to ask. What, Milo? You're not here with us.
With
Cypress.
No,
Cypress.
it's definitely
Cypress.
Cypress from now
Guys.
Cypress.
Cypress.
What a
Someone's
Cypress.
guided.
Oh my
on. We're
god.
gonna have to keep a tally of all the
Small
the,
people
the,
that I
the
don't have to
wrong
worry about
names
guiding.
We call Cypress, Twig, Cypress.
Hang on, everybody who's going up there, can you move would you mind moving your icon, like, to or around the stairs?
It's bossy.
This... Okay, yeah. We'll just say that everybody's going up. This isn't like, I have a map for this. This is like, hey, you go out there, and it is this, like, viewing station of the other side of the mountain. So not towards Braven, but, like, what's on the other side of the mountains.
So
This is a military outpost used to see if there was anything coming from the wilderness.
So this will show us the outside
Towards
of the ring.
Raven.
Yeah.
Is this room still in the border?
Is it still in order?
The
The
circle,
border.
The border?
The magical protection circle?
Has it been goblinized?
You guys have no actual idea what the magic circle looks like. You just know that there is one somewhere. Like, no one's ever told you where it comes from. There just is a magic circle that keeps out fiends, fae, celestials, monsters, that kind of stuff.
Keep out those angels. We don't need them.
What's wrong with things?
So are we
Right.
able to
But we
see
don't see
where
any
the
goblin activity?
goblins...
I mean, you maybe see some tracks. Like, they probably came up here just to explore what it was, and they're like, this is pointless.
Sorry,
We
like
don't need this,"
outside.
And then they just left.
No, this is the other
No, I
from
mean,
our
when they
viewpoint.
attacked, you guys were still kind of at the bottom, like you were on the trail going up to the ridge. So they were like just out on the ridge, just firing down slope at you guys.
But we don't see like a vast goblin army or anything. Okay.
No,
Nope.
who's to say?
It's just empty wilderness out there.
If the mood is right.
If
Right.
there's
You
nothing,
guys head back down?
Yep. If there's nothing up there, let's head back down.
You said that there were baskets of supplies. Is it anything of note?
You gather the baskets there were used to keep supplies. Like, there's nothing in there now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a few like wilted sheets of paper that are blank, a couple dried up ink quills and stuff.
Okay.
Ink wells.
I say we head
So
back
this
down.
is like this is a long abandoned like military outlook post. Before we go any further, is everybody good to keep continuing?
We're at
Time
2
wise.
hours and 40 minutes right now.
Yeah.
20 minutes would give us a solid 3 hours.
Yeah.
Dope. All right. Okay, so you guys, let's keep rolling here. We are not going to tarry long. Leto kind of moves up, and you guys just keep moving your tokens through here. He's like, well, I guess we should keep pressing in further. And
this?
sure enough, the mayor and Aladar kind of bring the retreating soldiers kind of back in, so they are kind of
Flanking?
coming in here as like, okay, well, we can defend ourselves even better inside, and now that we know that, at least some people are watching our back, we can funnel them in where their numbers aren't going to be a very good advantage. So they are working on doing that. I don't have a whole bunch of tokens for the soldiers because screw them.
They can't. They can't smoke us out either, cause the stairway up.
Yeah, that's true. And as Andal kind of backs up in there, he sees An, and he's like, "You staying safe, son?
Yes, Father.
You call me if you need anything. All right, I'll be right
yes,
here."
Father.
Is
Of course.
is this a door?
That is a door. Yeah.
Kiki, hold on.
You know,
It is a door. You guys see that the door has goblin footprints. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it, just because they've been in and out. Like, you see goblin footprints all over the place, going in and out of this door.
So I must be looking for something.
Kiki really wants to go in there, right?
There's
Well, I said
there's
that.
actually two doors if you look.
Big door,
Oh,
small
yeah,
door.
there's another door over here, Kiki.
Is it after the first or the second? Or is it, how many doors down is it?
Three doors down.
Is it 3?
I believe it's the third door down.
Try to throw that alley up to somebody there.
Wait. I was gonna say I can't see anything.
Did you know that?
Mine is dark.
Yeah, Alador looks at you and says, "I can be your hero."
Got it.
Baby.
But what
Yeah,
happens
that's
if you
three
go?
doors down?
What happens
You
if
heard
you
it
go
here
crazy?
first, guys.
Let's check out.
All right, you guys want to open some doors?
Yeah, I think
check out
Kiki
the
rushes
first one
in,
so
right?
we don't get cut off.
Let's
Smaller door
minimize the
first.
other podcast preferences a little
Oh,
bit.
there's
Nope.
2 doors.
Okay, so Cypress marches in. And you guys have found another door.
All right.
Wow, amazing.
Two other doors.
This way.
Yeah, I say we go for this one first.
Okay. You see whoever's down there at the bottom of the hallway there. You see there's not very many tracks on this side.
Uh-huh. There's not very many tracks.
Yeah, there's not very many tracks. I don't know what to say.
On this one where I'm at,
Lito.
or Cypress?
Cypress.
Okay.
So on the right, like, is very widely used. But the one down below is not. And upon inspection, you kind of realize, like, oh, it's locked.
Oh, yeah. It's locked. All right.
Does anybody have any lock picking skills?
Any Aloha Mora?
Doubtful.
Lito kind of says, all right, everybody, stand back. I'm going to open this door. So he opens the door, kind of like pies the room as the door opens.
Oh, I meant
kinda
this one.
Oh, that door.
Push.
Down here.
No, he opens this one over here, and he's like, well, if that one's locked, the goblins aren't in there.
That's a good point.
All right, so he kind of comes in. He's like, all right, this room's clear.
I thought you said that
He's going to come...
the bottom one.
The one on the right. The bottom one is locked. The one on the right was not locked.
Yeah.
He just opened it and he went in.
Yeah, he opened the one on the right with his bow open, and he's kind of pieing the room as he goes in.
Gotcha.
Does anybody have any lock picking skills? I really want to open the bottom.
Probably not at level 0.
Not
think
at
you
not
guys
at
do.
children level.
Just have
Okay.
Cypress. Just have Cypress
Moving
break it
on.
down.
He's like, all right, everybody ready? Let's go. So he's going to open the next one, kind of do a little pie as he comes in the room with his bow. All clear, all clear. You guys see some stairs. And Kiki rushes in. So
What?
let me
No,
grab
I was
Kiki's
just moving
token
mine
real quick.
around.
No, I think
I was like, what's these three
Remember-
lines?
Remember, anywhere Kiki and Alador goes, Gabriella's going automatically. So
Okay, well, let's see. Oops, I left
Kiki-
Aldor's token over there.
Yeah, Kiki doesn't automatically run up the stairs. I was just moving mine around.
All right.
That's what it means.
Yeah, these stairs go down. So it's not up, it's down. So these stairs go down. You guys are going, and you're going. You find some stairs that go down. Alador kind of pulls out a Stillness of Far speech, and he says, Mayor, we've got stairs here. And you hear the mayor say on the other side, like, we must be on to it then. Leto, keep pushing. But be careful.
Do we? Because there were a lot of footprints in this area. Do we want to check out the big door first?
Do you?
It's up to us.
I'm staying with.
Because I
Lito.
feel like this is about to break into like their
That's-
bed chambers
that's
or something.
that's the door that's
No,
locked,
goblins
right?
don't typically
There
live
was
inside
another
the
door that
ring.
we hadn't been. There's
Because
another door
before,
way up
not the
there.
one that was locked,
Okay.
but the one that was out here, and then you go out, and then you go out into this chamber.
Yeah, well, it depends what you and Alador do. If you guys go, Gabriella's following.
I also don't want this
Alador,
to be like Kiki is
Go ahead.
overpowering and deciding the path of the party, and so like
No, play you. Yeah, play you.
Alador
I'd
kind of-
enjoy input.
No, that's great. Alador says to Leto, he says, what are you and my mom up to? You guys are up to something. And Leto says, you'll find out soon enough.
Let's go.
So, are you guys going on, or are you going to branch out and explore?
Oh, I don't know. Big doors can hide the big bears. I say we keep going.
I think Kiki asked the group what they want to do.
Cypress says
Alador, Alador says, I want to get to the bottom of this
Heh.
because something's going on here.
All right, then down we go.
All right, I'm going to move everyone's token because I have some walls set up here on the dynamic lighting. You guys, I'll kind of file down the stairs and... Hold on, Kiki, stop. I said I have to move it because there's dynamic lighting walls that I have to get around.
I saw everybody else
Energize
moving.
Bunny.
Okay. All right, so you guys are all down the stairs in this room here, and you see that there is another door. This one has like one of those flimsy little goblin markings and stuff on it. It's not like they know how to make locks and stuff, but the door is shut.
All right.
Can we cut the fire? I feel like we might want to take a stealth approach to this. I mean, would you
literally
mind?
will not be able to see. So,
Most
Well,
of the party
nah.
needs to see.
At least let us have a quick look inside. So me and I think Aeon has dark vision as well.
Yep. Hey, Tiefling.
Yeah.
A real
So, would you mind if we?
Shots.
All right, I'm done for the night. Goodbye. No.
tiefling. The horns and everything.
Shots.
That one hurts. Hurts right there.
On a previous episode, we learned that Kiki thought she was a tiefling,
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
but she
say
may
it.
not be.
It's a surprise.
Hey, at least you still have tiefling parents, so
Oh.
you got you got him there.
well, I mean,
All right,
Aeon does
moving
too.
on.
We just don't know where they are.
parents. Batman. Alfred.
I thought you said my ferrets.
My ferrets. All right.
I love
All right.
them so
All right,
much.
we're gonna roll.
So, Alador says, "Leto, open that door." Leto's like, "Kid, I don't take orders from you, but yeah, I am going to open the door anyway."
Not because you said so.
So he he opens the door, and there are like, this is the refuse room, pretty much. Like, there's like piles of refuse, kind of just along the back wall back
Nice.
there.
Refuse?
But yeah, it's stinky. It's very
Yeah,
stinky.
it's
in
some
here.
hot garb.
Cool.
Let's
All
blow
right, you guys
let's blow
ready to
right
go?
through this room. Yeah.
Get it.
Let's get it. Let's do something.
Okay, let's do it. Everybody move. Leto kind of says like, all right, everybody ready? Whatever weapons you've got, they're probably getting very close.
3, 2, 1, go.
So ready those
All right,
weapons.
go on, Kiki.
He is going to open the door. And John, what's our
2 hours
runtime?
and 50 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so he's going to open the door, and he's going to...
Lock us in.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, he's going to... Like, Milo, he's kind of taught you some hand signals, and he basically told you with hand signals, like, there's 2 of them, be quiet, let's go. So going into the room, you guys all go. All right, everybody
I don't know
roll
what-
a stealth
Let's go.
check real quick.
I don't know what he just said.
I only know
Cypress,
the
you're
Air
at
Force
disadvantage.
I'm going to guidance myself.
Got a 15. Total.
Sam, I'm with him.
Not bad.
Sorry. Sorry.
10.
Dude.
16.
Okay, so everybody who rolls
Oh.
above a 13 will get a surprise round.
A.
Got to start lying
Alright,
about these
so,
rolls.
Leto readies an arrow. Fires off. Definitely hits. Drops the first goblin. Who's next?
We didn't
Oh,
roll
need
I
to
guess
roll
me.
initiative then?
Do we need to roll initiative?
No, it's this surprise
Still,
round.
Still would need
Yeah,
to roll
you still do
initiative.
initiative.
For the surprise round?
not for
then
this.
Right after we go to initiative?
Whoever we'll go in order. So what's your dex mod? Guys, honestly, it's
Clash
just
weapon.
not going to take
Okay.
long. We don't need to roll
I'll
initiative.
throw a
Just
dagger too.
everybody just attack.
I'm gonna chuck
Yeah,
a dag.
Kiki goes. Kiki casts Sacred Flame
Ooh.
as a cantrip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I chucked a dag for 7.
And that
Wait,
is
You gotta
7
stop
to
saying
hit?
dag.
No,
mate.
no, it was 19 to hit, and then I assumed I hit, so it was a D4 plus 3.
Gotta stop saying
Okay.
dag.
Yeah.
Sorry for miscommunication.
Kiki got a 13 for AC.
All right. You guys just completely light this last goblin up. Like, despite the nerves, despite the tension, despite the, I've never done anything like this before, but it's standing in my way. And you just go, and this is just
Like
like
triple kill.
just like, yeah, it's like overkill.
A mushroom cloud.
And then it lights on fire because of sacred flame. Like as it's laying on the ground. Yeah, so you guys completely did it, and Leto, as he passes each one of you, he's like, "Nice job, very good,
I'm still in the other room.
Kiki. You are a very respectable warrior now."
Thank you.
Notice, respect. All right, so these guys are dead,
DED dead.
and
Oh, hey, there were goblins in here.
These aren't bears.
all right, so Leto is
Yeah,
going.
you like bears.
He's like, "All right, keep it quiet. There's probably more of them out here.
Strange little bears.
Everybody move along." You see that there is. You kind of left the structured room element, or what you thought was like the structured room element. This grand open kind of space, these round things that you see, these are pillars going up and supporting actually like a wall, like a ceiling. The walls look like they've kind of crumbled in, and that is no surprise just because it looks like this has been here longer than the outpost. This room right here is old. It is very old. Like maybe even before like this outpost was here. Maybe maybe this was the reason why the outpost was put here, because there was already like a structure in the mountains here.
Are these skeletons?
It's just rubble. It's like collapsed wall.
Oh, okay.
Is there any, since it's very old, Roberto would like to roll, I guess, investigation? To see if anything kind of stands out to him. And
This would be more of a history check.
oh, sure. Let's do that even better. First time I'm using history, baby. Okay. And it's 22.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. With 22, with all the extensive reading that your dad has made you read, like you know that Braven is part of the Elysian Kingdom. That's a no-brainer. The Elysian Kingdom, though, was not the first occupants here in this region. Everything kind of goes back to the legend of Artur, who was the first kind of great king who united all the tribes of the area and all the chieftains after slaying the evil dragon. And he had a quote-unquote golden kingdom. Like he had a kingdom that was the first of its kind. It was like Camelot, basically. There was an old... I mean, this was like a long time ago, so these are old stories. Like, a lot of historians even doubt if Artur was even a real person. But after seeing these ruins, you're like, this obviously belonged to some kind of kingdom that was here a very long time ago.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Yep.
Lovely architecture.
Roberto explains it to the group.
These are probably from the kingdom of Artur. Everybody's like,
What?
dude, be quiet.
All right, nerd. No problem.
TJ, with your passive perception, you kind of notice that there is chanting of some kind. You don't know the language coming from further down.
Steven.
I'll look at Letot and try to make signals like what I saw
Right,
him.
guys, with the names, it's Leto.
No, I know. He said Leto with a T. Letot.
Jeez.
I mean, is the second T silent?
We need a dictionary with all the characters' names on it.
And how
Oh
they're
no, I know
pronounced.
it's Leto.
John, you're
In
muted.
R.
Are you saying
In
something?
R.
Is his first name Jared? Because now I just need that to be canon.
No, it's
Just close
Gerard.
enough.
No, his
No,
first
Gerard-
name is
How
Leto.
far
His
away
last
from Mars is
Gerard was the guard.
he was the other guard. Yeah. No, his first name is Leto. His last name is Atreyu. And he has the noble title of Vaughn.
Can the guard be Jared
So
Leto
he's
and
Leto
Gerard
Vaughn
Way?
Atreyu.
I like that this is.
Yeah, that's and the
I like that this
Moving
is,
on,
Leto
there's
Leto
a-
Atreyu has
Jordan,
got to
we're
have
just
like a
like
pet
Duncan.
dog named Falcor. That also needs to happen.
All right, so I will try to
Got it. Do later
do
going.
signals like what I saw. Like that. He talks in hand
I think
signals.
he just invented baseball.
We're just
Nice,
looking at Cypress
nice.
like, what? It's the like frantically signing. What? Frantically signing in. What? And just like getting louder and louder. Like, what is it? Just say it.
Well, they're singing.
Okay, all
something.
right.
Something's down
So Cypress confusedly tries to do his own hand signals, and Leto's watching him like, all right, cool. He's going to kind of sneak up to the corner and take a peek around, and he'll do his hand signs, let you guys know that there are more baddies up here.
So I don't know what that means. Jeez. Late talk. Come on.
And he says, like, all right, you guys ready?
Ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. And so he steps around the corner. You guys all kind of step around the corner, swords drawn.
No stealth. I love it.
And let's go ahead and let's do our initiative rolls now.
We are now at the 3 hour mark.
14. I put
I
that in the
rolled a
chat.
natural 1. So there's that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's your dexterity modifier?
My initiative bonus is +2.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Initiative +1. So that's 15. I forgot about that.
Okay. Cool.
Would we also get a surprise round too? Or since they're not like right at the corner, we wouldn't?
No, like they're watching. Like they were instructed to watch, so they are just standing there watching. So, like as soon as you guys come around the corner, it's like, oh, there's somebody. Attack! Those other ones that were up at the top are just like eating a haunch of meat or something.
My haunch!
My haunch! Okay, at the top of the round, you guys see... who's able to see? Okay, so this is a pretty good chunk away from where you guys are. It's like 90-something feet. You see that there is a ginormous glowing pillar on top of these stairs. You see that this pillar is emitting light. It is obviously arcane in some kind of nature. You don't even have to be a student of the arcane to know, like, that's some magic stuff right there. You see a few goblins out in the front, and they're kind of like taking protective positions. There's a goblin chieftain kind of chanting over the body of a young half-elf female who's laying on the ground, not moving. And you can, let's see. You can barely kind of make out off to the side that there is a red-skinned, bighorn tiefling man standing off kind of to the side watching everything. And he kind of looks as soon as like initiative starts, the initiative order starts, he looks and he says, "Earlier than expected. Hurry up!" So he is going to use a help action, and the goblin is going to proceed with his ritual. So he gave the goblin an action, and the goblin did something.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
All right. First up at the top of the order is Vabril. Vabril, what are you doing, buddy?
Oh, you're muted.
Eating a power bar.
Here we go. Yo, it was a good shortbread cookie. All right, here we go. All right, I can't see the room. Where are they?
They're further down.
Just down the hall. Yeah, you got to get in line of sight of the...
Even when you're lined up tight,
we're
you
in
should
initiative
see-
now, so we shouldn't be able to just move free willy, right?
Yeah. How far?
Initiative started where
yeah,
we
but we
were.
gotta keep our like
I don't-
distance and stuff in mind.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have night vision, so I can't see anything.
Okay. Well, the tunnel is dark, but there are lights on the inside coming from this glowing pillar. So you're able to see kind of what's in that room.
Without
you're not
seeing like
actually able to see everything that's in the hallway between there.
Oh, I got you. Dang it. Okay.
So, Drew, sorry, I know we're in initiative, like we've started, but are we where we are right now, or
that's
were
what I'm
we,
saying.
were we
like-
closer?
Wherever you guys were standing when you rolled initiative is...
Okay, so we should start counting
Hold
our
on.
actual time, like
Yes.
our movement space. Okay.
Yeah, count your tiles.
And
All right,
each tile is how far?
5 feet.
5
Gotcha,
feet.
gotcha.
Well, since Verbil can't really see too far, I am. Can I hold my action? I'm actually gonna hold my action for, and I guess I need to say exactly what I'm gonna hold my action till I see a goblin get in range of my attack.
So, do you want to
Okay.
move forward 30 feet, like your range of movement, and then see if you can attack?
Yo, Verbil is not strong yet. I'm scared.
That's okay.
So, yeah, you know.
For those of you new to D&D, you can hold your action, and if you say, "I want to wait for a goblin to come up to me," as soon as that happens, you will use your reaction to go ahead and do that action. If you specify, "I want to wait for a goblin to come up," well, he still gets his turn of moving and attacking before you get to. If you say, "As soon as a goblin enters my attack range, I will attack too," that kind of specification is required because there's like a level of order, like, okay, he moves, he attacks, what is your trigger, when do you go,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
And if you hold an action for a spell and it doesn't happen, it gets back to your turn, you lose the spell slot that you were holding because you're
Wow.
casting it. You're also maintaining concentration while you're holding
Yeah.
your action for the spell.
Yep. So just again, Verbril is a different kind of a fighter. So based on knowledge, he can't see. So I'm glad you said that. That's exactly what he wants to do.
Okay, so that's your turn?
Yes, sir.
All right, Kiki, you're up.
Cool. So, can the woman that's at the altar, can I sense if she's alive?
Not from this distance. I mean, you're still, what, like... let's see. You're still like 75 feet away. There's 2 goblins in front of you, and there's a lot of light coming, so maybe not from this distance you can see.
Okay.
You would need to get closer to make a medicine check.
Well, the race trait has, like, you're able to sense... I think that's just undead, actually. I don't know. Maybe not. Ignore that. Okay. So, Kiki is going to move forward, and how do you tell the distance? How do you do that? What's that?
Every square is
There
5
is
feet.
there is a little thing on your toolbar to the left that looks like a circle with a little smaller circle up in the top right corner. That is your measuring tool.
A circle with a...
On your toolbar on Roll
Yeah.
20 on the left.
The one with the
where it has, like,
ruler?
the arrow.
Right underneath the magnifying glass.
Yeah, the one with
Right
the
underneath the
ruler.
magnifying glass.
Snap to corner, no snapping. Snap to center, show to others, hide from others.
That one.
You can just
Click it and drag it.
just do like, yeah, no snapping. So click on yourself with your left mouse button and then drag.
Ooh.
And if you
Okay.
right click, you can make it turn, but still keep counting your track.
Yep.
Okay. So then I think Kiki is actually going to move right up here, and that's actually the dude who's performing the ritual is actually just in 60 feet. That's awesome. Okay. So is he still performing his ritual?
Yes.
Kiki's going to cast Sacred Flame on him.
Oh.
Okay.
Go
60
Kiki.
feet is the range of Sacred Flame, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, and you can see him. So yeah, he's got to roll a dex save to beat. What's your modifier?
That is a very good question. Which modifier do I use? Wisdom?
That would be... Yeah.
All of your spells have a save modifier. It is your proficiency bonus plus your
Wisdom.
wisdom modifier plus 8.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 5 then.
Okay,
So
so 13 is your spell save. That seems a little low, but
But my-
we'll work it out later.
Wisdom
that's
save
what
is
it at
4.
level 0.
Okay.
Yeah, my wisdom save is 4.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I was counting on a higher
Proficiency is
proficiency,
1.
but that's fine. You let out this like sacred flame, and he sees like kind of these flames coming up, and he kind of like, "Rah!" And he dodges out of the way. So the actual sacred flame itself doesn't latch onto him; it just kind of burns in the air, and then it disappears. So it didn't actually affect him.
What did he make for his
Yeah,
dex
he rolled a
save?
19.
Big yikes, Phil.
All right.
And I think that's all the moves I can
That was
do.
your action
Yeah.
and your movement, right? Or did you move?
Yeah, I'm moved a little bit from like the entrance of the cave, moving up to where he was just within 60 feet.
Okay. Leto goes next, and he is going to kind of run up beside you, and he'll call out over everyone, and he'll say, "Stop the ritual! The smaller fry can wait." He'll take out his bow, and he'll fire off. He lands an arrow right into the goblin's shoulder. It's not down, but it's definitely hurt, and it looks like he's still casting. Goblin 1 is going to come up. Let's see, what's the range on this? Oops, not that one. Okay, yeah. So this guy's just going to run up and get right in your face, Kiki. He'll have to use a dash action to get there. So they don't actually have any attacks this turn, but they are up in your face. Okay. Let's see. It is now the Goblin Shaman's turn. He is going to continue on his ritual. So let's roll some D100s. 48. Okay. And, all right. Moving on in the order. Steven, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna. Wait, that's not me.
Move closer to the mic.
Yep.
Please.
It's a nat 1.
Oh man, we rolling that once today.
We're good. Hey, we're level 0 characters, so
Are you a
That makes
halfling though,
sense.
Steve? Isn't your guy a halfling?
Yeah, you do have a racial trait. A racial trait.
No,
of halfling luck.
The
Oh,
whole
racial
has
twite.
got the racial twites.
He's got the racial twice.
That's trademarked.
Oh, that's correct. That's correct.
15 to hit.
We've already said a few copyright stuff. We'll try to edit
15
out.
to hit.
What's that?
15 to hit.
15 just hits.
All right.
All right. Milo, you take out your short bow, and you're like, okay, I have a shot. I'm firing now. And then Leto, like, jumps out of the way of, like, this goblin that just ran up on him, and you're like, oh, don't shoot my mentor. Okay. There we go. And you fire. It hits this goblin right in the neck. And it's stumbling, and it falls down on the ground. And it's dead. Nice shot, Leto says. Kyle, you're up.
All
Golf
right.
clap.
Can we? Are we able to share the same tile?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's within 5 feet.
If you hold down the Alt button, you'll be able to kind of like place it not directly in the tile. You can place it kind of wherever you want it.
Okay. That's
Well,
fine. I just want to be able. I can see myself.
Well, I don't know. You can pass through like a tile that your friend is in, but I don't think you can stop in the same tile. At least
Okay.
That is true.
That makes sense. I'll stay right
and
here. I don't
technically,
need
if
to be
you're
that
passing
close
through
then.
that, if you're passing through, it's difficult terrain.
Are either of the goblins hurt yet? Because I can't touch that other guy yet.
Nobody has hurt one of these goblins that's run up.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and attempt to just. Well, if I can't share a tile, can I physically attack him by hand, or do I have to throw it since I can't? Can I get like what I'm saying is, can I get up there?
You could throw it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just throw one, and it would be a. That's probably not gonna hit. That's an 11.
No, 11 misses.
Okay. That's all I can do then.
Cool. John, you're up.
John.
Aeon.
John.
Ayan will. He's going to. What was the sequel to Mario Kart?
Mario Kart 2.
Double Dash. He's gonna dash. So from where he was, let's get him 60. Yeah, ish. So he's run all up in this He's right here.
They would make a
Okay.
attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, they would both
They gotta
get an
catch me
attack of
first.
opportunity since you are
Okay, wait.
running
I
through their
can't see
range.
them on my screen. My monitors are too far away.
Gaggle fist.
What's your armor class?
So let me bring myself back here to see if I do get through or not. Anne's AC is a beefy 12.
Okay, you get hit 2 times. Both of them kind of see you like plowing through their friends, and they just whack. And how much
What?
HP do you have? How much HP
How much
do you
HP
have?
did you have?
I had
Hey,
7.
didn't we say at the top of the 7 you had at the round you had 7?
Sorry, I think you might have skipped me, Drew.
Did I?
I was last because I rolled
yeah,
a
I think
1.
I should have gone before Kyle.
All right,
Sorry
I'm
about
going back. That didn't count.
TJ. Yeah, let's go back to that.
Well,
my bad, TJ.
how about this? Because I already
No.
committed to the actions. I think what might be fair if I continue to be up here, and then if he happens to do something enough that would stop them from preventing to hit me.
Well, I was gonna toss a produce flame at the first goblin because I can't.
All right, DM, you
reach
tell me what you want me
the
to
big
do.
ones.
Okay, so let's go ahead and have TJ do his thing, and then depending on if he can hit or not, we'll see.
Yeah, that's 15 plus. So that will hit a goblin.
It will hit a
Copyright
goblin
other
without
people's
shield.
podcasts.
21. And then I'll roll the d8. 5 points of fire damage.
Okay, yeah.
So you burn this guy, but he is still standing, and for whatever reason, Aeon thinks like, this is my chance. He starts running, and you see these two goblins just
I need a hero.
smack him along the side of the head with their
Music
club. And Aeon he's running, and he gets through, and he's got the momentum, and then all of a sudden just
Yes.
and Aeon collapses to the ground.
I mean, no,
Is
I
he
mean I'm not excited
unconscious?
about Aeon already passing out, but I like consequences. Makes good drama.
Yeah. Yes, Aeon is now on the ground, unconscious. Thankfully, he's at the bottom of the order, though.
Is
so
he
we
at
will make a
0?
death saving throw
Okay.
next time. Cool. All right. Let's see. It is Andel's. Not Andel's. Yeah, he's back there at the beginning. You see Aeon like drop to the ground, and you hear like Andel like, "Son, it's all right."
No,
goblins.
I think for like
Son.
if we had the cinematic scene. So here's the scene: like Aeon's running, like I need a hero. He's running through, doof, doof, falls, and as he falls, it hits the ground out of his pack. Like the communicator like falls out, and you hear Andel being like, Aeon, we just like as.
Aeon, we've just finished off all these goblins out here. How's
Aeon.
it going in there? Is Leto keeping you safe? Son?
I'm getting too old
Son?
for this shit. Good thing it's my last day.
Son! It's like the Metal Gear Solid, like, Snake! 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 Okay. Alright, so Alador is going to rush up.
Alador.
Alador. Yes,
Oh.
your friend
Oh yeah, I wrote it
from
down.
childhood.
Our quote unquote
Who has
friend.
always been there for you.
What was his initiative?
It was very low. He got a 1. It's all over the place
We've been
tonight.
rolling
guys.
poorly
It's all
tonight.
over the
That's
place
cool.
tonight.
His initiative.
He actually has
Bottom of the
a dagger, and he's going to take it out, and he sees a lineup.
What about his sword?
Now that these two
He gave
goblins
it
have
to
their backs
Verbril.
turned for a second. But yeah, he has a sword, but he also has a knife, so he's going to chuck a knife.
Oh yeah, my style.
Misses. So Alador misses, and he curses to himself. Oh, come on! Top of the order. The tiefling now is his turn. He sees that his goblin has dropped down dead. His goblin chief shaman has dropped dead, and he says, "Fine, I guess I'll do things my way." He takes out a shiny, glimmering black dagger and strikes the glass pillar of the magic column that is in the middle of this room. And this necrotic damage, like, you guys, as soon as the dagger comes out, you recognize it, and you say, "I've seen that before. That was in the town square during the Hero Fest all those years ago." And he stabs it into the pillar, and this black energy kind of, instead of pulsing out, it goes in through the knife and is now inside this column of light it's kind of circulating through the pillar. So if you guys have ever seen like one of those not like Tesla coils, but like the balls that have like the kinetic energy kind of like coming through it, you know, it's like now all of a sudden this dark seepy oozing like necrotic film has like started coating the inside of this column, and that is his turn. So let's see, Vabril, you are first. Hey, you did not get to take your action because they didn't run up to you.
Yeah.
They ran up to
Yep. Got it.
Kiki and Leto.
All right.
Letot.
Once again, well, Verbril has a dagger too, so Verbril is actually going to move and throw the dagger to hit this guy.
One of them I hit. I'm gonna gang up on that
Yeah.
one.
I only see him right now based on my vision.
Well,
hold on.
they're on the
Aeon
same
is on
space.
top. Let me move Aeon like right here. There
Let's
we
just kick his body out of the way.
Oh.
go. Well, he had the momentum because he was running, and he just went.
Yeah, so he just face planted and kind of hopped one more tile.
Yeah, because he was running, and he just goes.
And he skids.
All right.
Yeah, he skids a little bit.
Can I come next to Kiki and attack?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So I'm gonna move next to Kiki actually, if that's the case, and I am going.
Oh, wait
to
a minute. With your sword?
Yeah, with my sword.
No, you can't occupy the same exact space as
Gotcha.
someone
Don't-
else.
yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
we established that earlier.
Okay, yeah,
I
gotcha.
misunderstood what you said.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. If that's the case, I'm still.
If
gonna...
you want to try and push past him, he hasn't gone yet, so he wouldn't have his reaction because he used it to clock Aeon.
Yeah.
So if you want to push past him,
It's difficult
he
terrain,
won't get
but
an
you can
attack
do
of
it.
opportunity because he's already used his reaction.
Yeah, but again, I don't have vision. Roberto can see back here, so he's not. He don't feel too comfortable about that.
True. And
All right.
since you're in the dark, your attack would be at disadvantage.
Well, I can see him right there, though.
Oh, no, wait a minute. TJ's Cypress is illuminating light, so you would be able to see. Never mind.
Yeah, you can see the goblins. You can't see past them because that's
Yes,
20 feet.
that's what I'm saying. I could see him.
Yeah, you're within 20 feet, so they're dimly lit to you.
All right. All right. So yeah, I'm going to actually throw my dagger. So here we go.
Okay. At the burned one or the other one?
The guy who attacked Elon.
They both did.
Aeon.
He took a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they both got him.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
All right. Here we go. I got a 15 to hit.
Okay, that just hits.
Beautiful. And my dagger was what?
Oh,
Dang
sorry.
it.
It does hit. It doesn't just hit.
Beautiful. My dagger was a 4. Man, I wish I could use my sword, but whatever. Alright, and then 1d4. Oh, wow. Nat 1.
Okay. And TJ, how much damage? You did 5 damage, right? And then nobody else hit this guy.
Right. So we have 5
Right.
for my 1, and then 1 plus
Okay.
whatever modifier for
This
his
guy
dagger.
is like barely standing. He takes this dagger and it's like right here in his clavicle, and he's just. He's very hurt. Kiki, it's your turn. You have an unconscious Aeon in front of you and a almost dead goblin. I know. I'm sorry. It's late.
So, Kiki does have a cantrip of Spare the Dying, and I will use that. I promise. I just first want to take care of the necrotic energy that is swirling around inside the column of light. So,
Yeah,
I'll get to you. Just 1 second. So, I think that Kiki turns to La Tatertot, and she says, if I can take out one of the goblins, will that give you a direct line of shot for the tiefling?
He says, I don't know if it really matters. He's already done something. I need to get in there and see what he's done. But yes, just attack.
Okay, so Kiki's gonna attack the one that's right in front of him. That's kind of on its last leg. With Sacred Flame.
Cool. Dex save of 13. He fails.
Hey.
So with
I got a 7 for the D8.
he had 1 health left, so
Remated him.
Yeah.
he's just like poof. He lights up like one of those bad guys at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. He
Josh.
he just melts.
Josh, do you not have anything to your dex mod? Because your dagger, it'd be 1d4 plus dex.
Oh, yeah, my dex mod is a 1.
And didn't you get proficiency though with it? So that would add to your
I mean, not the damage.
no, but it would have added to his initial roll.
Well, he hit it, and then he rolled a d4 and just got 1. But we didn't add the dex mod to that, which would have been 1, which would have
you
put
didn't
down
add your
this.
dex mod to that.
Okay,
huh?
I got you.
Yeah, it would have put down that goblin. Then if he
got
only
you.
had 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
All right, rewinding here.
Drop.
Okay, so this goblin is dead. Just barely. When I said it went into his clavicle, it actually went all the way through and then into his jugular, so he died.
It just took a second.
Not a
Okay.
rat, through the bone.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Yeah, it was nasty. Real nasty. All right, Kiki, are you still going to attack the other one, or what are you going to do now that something's different?
I think that she's gonna run through to try and. I lost my thing. Hang on. There we go. To attack the tiefling.
You gotta really get up there.
Well, I have a range of 60
okay.
feet with Sacred Flame.
With Sacred Flame, yeah. Are you going to cast Sacred Flame on the tiefling who's standing there?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. He passes his deck save. Kind of jumps out of the way and he looks at you like, you're just meddling with stuff that you don't understand.
Kiki flips him off.
You do, and he's like, what are you going to do about it, kid?
And she sticks her tongue out.
Yeah, he is not intimidated by a 15-year-old. Moving on down the order.
Sorry, Kiki, I know you mentioned Spare the Dying. As a Grave Cleric, you can do that as a bonus action with a range of 30 feet.
Damn.
So if you wanted to use
Maybe
it
don't
now,
wait till
you
I'm in the
could.
grave to be a cleric.
Yeah, sure.
This is a good reminder to all the players to
Check your
please
bonus
memorize
actions.
your stuff.
So yeah, I do that. So you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Okay. So I'm assuming, like, as you run by Aeon, you're like, I got you, buddy. Don't worry.
I just slap his face. Just keep running.
Well, he's face down, so that'd be impossible, but...
Smack the back of his head.
Cool. Cool. All right, so that guy's down. Leto is going to pull out a sword, move to close range attack for this goblin that's in front of him. Surprisingly, though, misses. Like, close combat is not up to his strong suit. Shout out to the 2 crew. Let's see. This goblin is going to attack. Misses as well. They're doing this like awkward dance of like, can I hit you? Can I not hit you? Steven, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to attack the tiefling.
And then TJ, you go before Kyle, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're on deck. Yeah, that definitely hits a goblin.
He said the tiefling.
No, the tiefling.
Oh, you're hitting the tiefling? Gotcha. 5 damage, huh? Okay, he takes it. Ah, fools.
Please stop it.
You're interfering with things you have no idea. TJ, you're up.
I love the idea of Milo being so far down the cave that it's just like the faintest echo.
This little whispering halfling voice. Please stop.
Yeah. And he's like...
That's 17 to hit the goblin there with
Hits.
Produce Flame.
Got it. Roll that beautiful damage dice.
8.
All right, you killed this thing.
Nice.
So it kind of like jumps out of the way of like Leto's strike, and he's like, ha ha, and he goes to like swing again, and all of a sudden he just, like goblins are nasty creatures anyways, but like you can tell he had a lot of oil and grease all over him.
Yeah,
Like it just like, foof.
I like to
And he's
think
just-
as I'm walking past, I just shove the flame in his face and move on to stand over AM.
Yeah, you straight up just like, get out of the way, poof, and it just, oof, he just lights up, and now there is a, congratulations, you've made the first goblin torch of this campaign.
So far.
The first, anyways.
Of many.
All right. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
And that's your turn. All right, so both of these goblins are dead. Kyle, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to move up as far as I can. And then I want to do a vicious mockery on the tiefling.
Do it. I love it. What do we roll?
It is a... He needs to pass a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Yeah, what am I trying to beat?
15, I think is what this says.
He got a 15, so he passes. But, for the record, what did you say?
I was going to pull one straight out of Skyrim. Like, hey, ugly! You ever do that little shout spell? That's my favorite one. Just something real stupid. I want to like just pester him. I want to pick at him. But it wouldn't have worked.
Hey, butt face.
Hey, butt face.
Nice. Okay.
I have better ones coming down the line.
So, John, Aeon, you're up, and then Aladar is on deck. Alador.
I've missed 2 in a row. Do something good, guys.
All right.
Actually, Aeon is unconscious.
Why would
So
he be? Wouldn't
actually,
he pop
for
back
this
up?
part,
No,
Spare the Dying
Oh.
keeps you from using death saves.
Yeah.
So
Yep,
actually,
so-
you would roll a d4, and that's how many hours it is till you wake up.
So
'Cause brain
just
trauma
just
doesn't exist.
for all of us
And-
learning as well to deal with that, is there a scenario where it might be more beneficial, like because if you make the death save, don't you pop back up with like 1 HP?
No.
Only
If you
the
roll a
nat
natural 20, if you roll a natural 20 on your death save, you will pop back up with 1 HP.
at the start of your turn.
If a cleric or a bard who might have a healing spell heals you, then you are back up. But Spare the Dying just means it's basically like you just passed 3 regular death saving throws. You are just sleeping, basically.
Gotcha.
And
That's different than
as
Pathfinder. Good to know.
a racial bonus, I have Healing Hands, which is just like you gain the amount of HP equal to my level, but I'm level 0, so that wouldn't have done anything.
I'd say 1. You could
Okay,
give
what were
1.
you going to say, Drew? You said since I'm down,
Yeah,
let's
that's
do.
an action.
Yes, okay, so you're laying there on the floor. Consciousness is darkening. You feel your friends kind of rushing about you, shouting. You feel Kiki's hand kind of like slush your face into the concrete. And you kind of feel like, okay, this isn't so bad. Yes, that was traumatizing, but no, it's not so bad. And then you hear a voice. Not through your ears, but in your mind, and you hear the voice say, in a language you know you probably don't speak, but you hear it anyways. It says, "You should have used our power." And that's it. So Aladar rushes through and he's like, "Good job, Kiki. Nice job, everyone." Aladar rushes in. He uses a full dash action. Sword drawn. He's just kind of like, ah! Just rushing in like he wants to be the hero, and he's going to try it. So top of the order is the tiefling. He is going to kind of, job satisfied, job well done. He kind of lurks at this young idiot running at him with a sword, and he's going to say, "You fools know nothing," and he throws a dagger. I'm going to roll this.
Where is Aladar?
He rushed ahead.
Well, I don't see him on the map.
He is right at the mouth of the cave.
Like, here?
Yeah, he's right here.
I don't see him either.
He is. Well, it's because you're in dark. All right, guys.
No,
I can't do
it's-
anything about that.
It's not.
No, he's not there.
Tokens in light.
Yeah, like his token is just not there.
Okay, what the heck? All right, can you see him now?
No.
No.
I moved him into the room. Can anybody see
No.
him?
No.
No. Where was he?
I haven't seen him the entire time.
He was with you guys like the whole time. I was
didn't see
moving
him
his
the
token.
entire
Did you not
time,
see
no.
anything?
Nah.
Because he tried to use a dagger on these guys before.
Yeah. All right, this is wonky. Whatever. Let's try this. Can anybody see him now?
Yay, there he is.
Okay.
Nice.
So he moved. He's going to roll, and I kid you not. Let me see if I can get that in your guys' view.
Oh, you're using the
guys see
dice
that?
box. That's nice, thank you.
Heck yeah, I am. You guys see what that is?
Nat 20!
Mm-hmm. But no, we don't celebrate that one. That's a
Yeah, this was with the
That's a
tiefling roll.
bad 20, bro.
Oh! I
This-
thought that's what Alador rolled.
No, he was just dashing. He wasn't close enough. This tiefling takes out one of those blight daggers and throws it directly at Alador.
Oh, shit.
So that's
And I'm going to double the dice.
extremely bogus, man.
He has... Hang on a second.
do love
Let
it,
me
like-
look at this chart.
Flashback to the... Alador
No,
must live!
No, whole time, but Bruce said anywhere Alador goes, he's gonna go, man.
We're in
Right.
initiative, though.
Bogus, man.
He has 9 HP. And so if I rolled the damage dice and it is 18, Aladar is
Dead as a
dead.
doorknob.
It's a dagger, though, right?
This is not a regular dagger.
It's a dagger.
This is a blight dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So, the dagger is coming in with a 2,
Yes. His mom probably has Revivify
Another
or
2.
something.
plus the modifiers, so that is 6. And now we're going to roll necrotic damage.
Does a 6 hit?
Oh, no, this is damage.
No, the...
I got a nat
Yeah.
20
Smells
on the
it.
hit. This is
Smells it.
damage, so he's got 6 damage now.
The face. He's already making a face.
The DM killed the DM's
Oh,
player, man.
Wait, when does a grave cleric get to cancel the 20 thing or cancel the?
So I'm looking at it now because I think I remember something of where you can talk and like not like speak with the deities, but like encourage that person to not die. But I'm not sure if that's later. Let me see.
Okay, when does the grave cleric get the ability
6 feet,
to...
the 6th level.
6th level. Eyes of the grave, and then
Yep.
Path to the grave. Sentinel at Death's
Sentinel
Door.
at Death's
Okay,
Door.
yeah,
That's what it
6th
is.
level.
Dang it.
I knew I had seen
Alright,
something.
sorry, go ahead with the damage.
You see this knife. You don't... I mean, you guys are all behind him, so you just see Alador.
KK.
And he falls backwards. There is a dagger in the middle of his chest.
What was the damage?
We don't know.
I'm not going to tell you.
That's them behind the curtain stuff.
Well, is he like dead?
We
Don't
don't
find
know.
Or
out.
is he
you don't
just
know. Okay.
We don't know.
And with that, having thrown the dagger, he is going to kind of back here, and he says, "At least he won't have to see what's coming." All right, Vabril, it is your turn.
Verbril. Let's see. I can move. $30. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dang it, man.
What you doing, Vabril?
I'm trying to see if I could throw a dagger. I don't know if it'll reach that distance.
Be a disadvantage.
Yeah, you could, but it would be a disadvantage.
Alright, I'm gonna just ready my action. So, if this tiefling again comes within my attack range, I'm gonna attack him.
Okay, so you ready an attack action. Nice. Kiki, you're up.
Okay. So Kiki is Ooh, he is just within it. Okay. She is going to run up to Aladar. And she is, seeing that the knife is necrotic, she's going to take it out and put pressure on the wound instantly. Yeah, please don't ever remove knives from puncture wounds. Just leave them in.
It's magic.
Yeah, and she is going to use Spare the Dying as a cantrip. So
Read Spare the Dying's words, please.
What?
Read Spare the Dying's word. Does it already affect someone who is dead, or is it someone who is making death saving throws?
It is you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So if he's like dead, then there's I don't think anything that I can do about it. Unless, let me double check real quick. I have so many tabs open. Because I don't think that there's any...
No, if he's dead, the only thing that will help is
cantrips.
like an actual revivify or resurrection spell.
Okay, let's see. You take the dagger out. Let's see. You touch it, and it burns. It burns your hand. Because this is not just a normal dagger. You take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Reduced.
As you grab this dagger.
By half.
Reduced to 2. So you take 2 because you are resistant. Nice. So you take 2 points of damage and you focus this healing spell. And you see on Aladar's face, as he was lying there, and he's stabilized. You saved him.
Oh my god. Okay, and
Yep.
so...
You got to him in time.
Holy fuck, that was like so intense, like I'm shaking. So bonus actions, is that only once per battle, or is that per turn?
Per turn.
Per turn.
Okay.
It's per turn.
So
It's like an
then
action,
she
just bonus.
is going to cast Sacred Flame on the tiefling.
Okay, and we're beating a 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how much damage does he take? He failed.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I think that Kiki just sees Alador laying there and just screams. And he only takes 3 damage. But just know it's filled with hate.
Damage. He does not like that. Okay, let's see. After you, let's move. Leto comes up and he's like, too many, I can't believe. He says, nice job, Kiki, on the saves. You
Thank
saved
you.
all of our hides, really. I don't know what the mayor would have done if she had seen anybody dive through this. He's going to take out his bow and just light up the tiefling. Surprisingly, he thinks he's going to light it up. He misses. Those guys are dead. Steven, it's your turn, and then TJ's on deck.
Ah! 15 to hit.
15 just hits. So roll your damage.
9 pierce.
You... Milo, describe how you kill him.
Through his
Just through his head.
Nice.
This is Milo's first killing of a person.
Mm-hmm. He is kind of like backed up, and he's just like, okay, what are these little kids gonna do? And all of a sudden, just zzz, right through his eye. We'll say right through his eye, just bullseye. It would like it it was a 15, right? So it was close. So like it almost hit like his horn and bounced off, but it was like right there, right where it needed to be, and just boom. Sure enough, yeah. So you drop him, and we are out of initiative.
I think in that case, Kiki's going to run up to the whatchamacallit, the half elf on the altar, and see and see if she can use Spare the Dying.
Hey, yeah, also, if we're out of initiative, I'm immediately going to the glowing thing and using my magic like I've done with the other daggers.
Okay. Let's resolve one at a time.
And, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take dibs on...
Ayan
whatever this
proceeds
is
to
going
eat
on.
dirt.
That's my thing.
A little bit of drool
you
comes out of his
see-
mouth.
It's all the nasal passages.
As you guys are walking up, you hear, "No!" And Andal comes running full speed up around to where Andal is just laying there. My boy! My boy! And the mayor comes around, and she also happens to see her boy laying there. And she says, Aladar! She just screams, and she keeps running as you come over here.
And I think
Cypress. Well, hang on, Kiki. We'll resolve that in a second. We got to do this first.
no, I was just going to
Cypress,
say that she reassures the parents that they're stabilized.
Well,
But that can be
Okay.
after.
Yeah. Cypress, these blight daggers, I'm assuming you've probably, as you're walking by Aladar, you grab the one that's there, and before it can emit another like pulse of necrotic energy, it shatters. The green glow coming from inside you like comes up, and it shatters the dagger. You walk up to this pillar of light that has this black ichor coming through it, and you put your hand on the casing, and you start glowing green, and it starts to go in, and then flicker. It's coming. The flicker is coming from inside you. That green light that whoever it was that woke you up in the forest that day it's never failed you before. What's happening? And you try and pour more of it into the column, and some of it does start to seep through, and it's just not enough. The light inside you just poof, it's out. It's gone.
Guidance.
The guidance failed me. The green energy that you released into the orb, it starts eating away the blackness and the ichor and the goop, but as it stops coming in, it retreats and it fades, and this black substance goes all through the tunnel now, all through the pillar, all through the column, and the light dims. And you see the mayor looking up as this happens, and she says, "We've lost all our protection. The magic circle is down."